Okay, here we are again. Sorry, I would have actually been, I think I was only like a minute or two late, but, well, actually no, because I think I started at, what does it say, 5.5 minutes ago, so 7:02. So a few minutes late, actually, from when I would like to be. Usually if I get here by 7, it's like, okay, I'm on time then, but, yeah, funny thing happened when I was trying to get here on time, which was a lot easier now that I have, I got a haircut on yesterday, so I'm 5 pounds lighter and 5 degrees cooler, and it also takes significantly less time to clean up and freshen up before the stream because I have less hair to comb through. But yeah, funny thing happened on the way through because I was getting everything set up and like I started my computer up and everything like that, like normal. And I was on my computer earlier today, so I didn't expect any changes. I get on my desktop and the background, the wallpaper has changed. I'm like, did I get hacked or something? What the hell? It's like a little icon in the top right corner that says, learn more about this picture. And it takes you to a Bing link, which I didn't have my internet plugged in, so I obviously couldn't bring up the Bing link that it was doing. But I was like, okay, Windows did something. So then I go into my personalized and I go to the display settings. It changed over to a Windows Spotlight picture, which I was like, okay, why don't you just leave that on the like before I log in part? I mean, I figured that was the Windows Spotlight. Let me keep whatever wallpaper I'm using. So I set it back to picture. And I have that's one stock photo that I used as the background, the one that was like the sunset with the green tent that was lit up. And that's not a picture that I picked out personally from like a list of wallpapers or something. That's a stock photo from Windows. And I click that back on, and the resolution of it is fucked up because now it looks like it's stretched across my screen like it's in like 480p or something like that. And I'm like, what are you trying to pull here? What are you doing? Come on. But apparently this isn't just a me problem. This is something that Windows did to several people over the past few months, and I'm just the latest victim. One of several potentially today. So I don't know what the hell's going on with that, but yeah, I had to try to fix it, and obviously I did not come up with a solution because the tent is still stretched out to the point where it's about twice as big as it is normally because it's stretched a long ways. I don't know how to fix it, what the case might be, but maybe it'll fix itself when I restart the computer. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure it out later. For now, we have Chrono to play, so I won't be able to figure it out until then. So I don't know what that's all about, but that was why I was later. I was like, hey, so let me try to fix this. And then I get up and I'm like, okay, well, it's about 5-6 minutes later than I wanted it to be because it took 5-6 minutes to try to fix it. And that was to no avail. The world of my computer wallpaper has changed just like the world of Chrono Cross. But ideally, shortly after we begin our adventure today, the world will change again, this time potentially for the better, because, well, I don't know how much better the world will be without General Viper, but ideally we won't kill him. He'll see the error of his ways and help us fight Lynx. That being said, I keep remembering things that I need to do before we fight him because of how inconvenient it will be to do these things after we fight him. And that means we have a couple more errands to go run. I'm so sorry! How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Chrono Cross, the stream edition. Last time, we ventured into Fort Dragonia and took care of everything inside of it with the exception of fighting and defeating Lynx. And I also got all of the shiny dew that we'll need in order to create our weapons later when we manage to find a way to make ultimate weapons. I got Matcha and Glenn in the party right now. Matcha because I'm planning on using her, and Glenn because he has unique dialogue when you confront General Viper and Lynx. But they're going to come with me on my last little adventure here before we go ahead and take care of business because there's a few things I need to go do. So first one, I think that's probably for the best for us to do first. I want to go back to Marble because at Marble we can buy some more traps. And getting traps, like anything in a boat, after we confront Lynx is going to be a little bit more difficult than it is right now. So we might as well take care of it now while I'm thinking about it, you know. So that's the plan. Let me see here. Let me try this real quick. That is a ton of stuff. Okay. Maybe I'll do that later and do it the same way. We've got one extra heal all. I want to keep that in mind. Okay, so... I was gonna say, why is Frog Prince out of there? I had to think for a second. It's because Lena's not in the party at the moment, that's why. What's down here? So we have all of that stuff, okay. We have one Deluge Trap, one Iceberg Trap, one Earthquake Trap, one Thunderstorm Trap, one Carnivore Trap, one Tornado Trap, one Freefall, Black Hole Trap, and Volcano and Inferno, yeah, and then, yeah, Holy Light and Ultranova we also want. So I want to make sure I have enough traps in order to get some stuff, because pretty soon traps are actually going to become pretty useful because the enemies are actually going to start using some of these moves, and we can use the traps to not only make them not be able to use the moves, but once we beat them in a battle, we can then take the trapped element and use it ourselves. And actually, if you trap an element and then you escape from an enemy, you can just refight that enemy, and then you can trap it again, and then escape, and trap it again, and escape. It's not like stolen items. Excuse me, where if you run away after stealing something, you drop it. Trapped elements are yours once you trap them. So you can then run away from the battle and then do it again. And when you do it again, you can trap the element again and then run away. And you can do that as many times as you want to get as many as you want. So I'm not going to abuse that, but it is an option if you want to do it. On the other hand, I'm going to get a few more free fall traps, I think. It's probably a good idea. The summon traps we only need one of because we'll only ever need to get one of them. But, let's see. And then the earthquake trap I actually want to do something with. Nice motorbike. Yeah, so the earthquake trap I actually want to do something with right now because it will also be inconvenient to get that shortly after this. So I'm going to try and go see if I can get that. But I'd like to get a few more free fall traps. And then I forget if I think we got Heal All back in Termina. And we got Recover All in Goldove. So I'm going to go back to those places and we'll get those. We shouldn't need more than one of any of the other ones because I'm only ever probably going to use one. And then you get these elements. Excuse me. So none of them are trap exclusive. Excuse me, as far as I'm aware. Except maybe the summons. The summons are trap exclusive, but the actual spells themselves are not trap exclusive as far as I'm aware. You'll get at least one in a chest over the course of the game, so we should be able to get a couple of copies, and that should be good. But free falls, I'm actually going to buy 5 traps. So I have 6. I probably should have kept the other one. I wasn't really thinking about like whether or not I was going to use this, but it turns out free fall, along with Holy Light, are available for all characters to use. So you can just kind of stick that on. Now, Free Fall is single target, whereas Holy Light is multi-target. And actually, as a matter of fact, it might not be bad. Well, think about that. No, only one, I think, because we shouldn't need more than one. Thank you. And I could sell a whole bunch of the excess elements that I'm never going to use again, because I actually did, in fact, set up my element grid in between the last stream and this stream. I said I was going to, and I actually managed to have enough time to do it. So I now know what I want to keep and what I don't. And what I want to keep in terms of attacking elements is basically the attacking elements that are level 3 and above. So like your Magma Bursts, Ice Blast, Aero Blaster, Electro Bolt, Meteor Shower. There is no level 4 attacking black innate element. It's an instant death spell instead. I think it's Hell Soul. Excuse me, which I don't want to use. So instead of that, we're gonna, not use that. Now, where else did I want to go? I wanted to go to Termina. And actually, while we're in Termina, I wanted to do something else because there is one thing that I've been avoiding doing. Because I was under the impression previously that the dodo that is in Fossil Valley here is where you trap a unicorn element later on in the game. But turns out you can do that in both worlds. So since you could do it in both worlds, I'm just going to trap it in Homeworld later on in the game when the poor military moves out of the Fossil Valley in the homeworld. So this way we can go and grab the egg, and I know I'm making the dodos extinct in this world if I do that, but since I've since changed my mind about what I want to do about recruiting characters, I'm going to go and grab the egg so that way we can just take care of that. And I also want to take this weak-minded off, and I think I'm going to stick those low res on. I don't really need them that badly, but they will help make the field yellow, which I'm going to use in order to get an earthquake element in a second. So that's the plan. And then Surge, you're low resing, so maybe I'll have somebody else do the earthquake trapping. Let's let Matcha do it because she's got the better gear, I think. So let's see here. Traps down here. Traps down here. Okay. Stick earthquake right there, and well, we have a level 6 as well, so we could stick another trap there right now, but nothing that I'm going to fight in a minute can actually use anything other than earthquake. And maybe, no, I don't think the enemies here use the golem summon, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Not that I don't think any of us have a level 7 slot anyway to stick the trap, so that's not really going to make a difference to us. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to look at how many heal alls I have. Sorry, don't know why I'm yawning so much. I mean, maybe it's because I ate enough, I guess. So we have 1 extra heal all. 2, 3. Okay. 4. Just 4. 5. So we have 5. Okay. So I actually want to get to a total of 18 heal alls. Because my element grid is going to have quite a few of them, but that's okay. They'll come in handy over the course of the game, but that's the maximum amount I'd be able to equip as a total of basically 6 on each character. So, and then recover alls I also want some more of as well. So we'll have plenty of healing. It really just boiled down to the fact that since I decided to keep the level 3 and up attacking spells, level 2 doesn't really have anything on it. So I just said, okay, well, let's just load that up with some healing and then we'll be good. So I need to get 13 heal alls. I'll do the recover alls after this, actually, so that way it's not like I'm trying to think of too many things at once. So let's get the heal alls while we're here. Last little bit of this bouncy music before we go and confront Lynx. Hey, Lisa. You know, her character art always reminded me of like a Sword of Mana character for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but that's just the impression I get. 3,900. Okay, well, that's significantly less expensive than I thought it was going to be. Thank you, Lisa. I wonder if she says anything if I go behind the counter. Yeah, I can do that later. Not worried about that for right now. So Guldove lets us get recover all, but before we do that, let's go back to Fossil Valley so we can try to get that egg up there. And like I said, I should be able to take care of it without too much trouble, since I have less qualms about murdering an entire species in order to show all of you where you can get characters now. Succulent egg! Yeah, so you could just go up that way and get out of here, but... Sorry, Big Mama, this egg is not yours. So the dodo, white innate, so that's going to mean Surge is probably going to deal less damage than usual. Her big thing is the fact that if you cast a white element, she will get pissed off and she'll squawk at you and then use a white element attack called Peck on you, which will deal decent damage, especially the first time you come through here, but... okay, actually, Surge, why don't you just hold off? Because all you've got is white elements. So we'll just have everybody else attack instead. And there she goes. But yeah, the first time you come through here, that would probably one-shot anyone except Poshel, the Peck move that she can do. So I'd be careful about that if I were you. But we don't need to be careful because we're coming back here at like a significantly later time. So... Alright, so big egg acquired. Now let's go get the recover alls. Then I'm going to try to get Earthquake. And, well, once we have the Earthquake TM early on in the game, that'll be very effective for any other ground types that we get. Wait a minute, wrong game. But no, having Earthquake this early on will help, especially since I'm planning on getting a yellow innate character fairly shortly as a permanent fixture in our party. Well, as permanent as you can be if you're not Surge, I should say, because, like, you know, you'll swap out your other party members depending on which elements you want to use. So we got Lena, we got Matcha, and then we'll get a couple more pretty soon. And there are other yellow innate characters like Posho who are available earlier than the one that I'm going to get, but, well, availability is kind of funky in this game. I realized that off-screen, actually, in between the last stream and this one, and I'll talk about it once we actually get to a certain point here. You're the element person, aren't you? Or no, you're the material person. Maybe later. I will let you know, because I should be interested in them later on when I actually need more of them in order to make some stuff. But by then I might be able to get them from monsters, so it won't matter too much. Element shop is up here. I was mistaken. There we go. Alright, so we need... Oh, hang on. Actually, I will be right back. I need to check how many... You know, I can check how many recoveralls I have anyway, if I just have a chat with the lady, because it'll tell me how many I have equipped and how many I have in stock if I just hover over them. So let's see. I have 5. I need 12, so there we go. Is that it? I think that's everything that I want. I could grab a... I'll grab one more meteor shower, actually. Oh, no, you know what else? I want to make sure I have enough weakens, and I've got enough eagle eyes. That's 6. I was going to say enough imbeciles, but that's back in... It's back in Marble, isn't it? Whoops. Okay, so we'll go back to Marble and make sure that I have enough imbeciles after that. And yeah, so let's go see if we can get Earthquake while we're here, while we're traveling around. And then once we've done that, I know I'm delaying the inevitable here, but we'll finally have an excuse to go confront Lynx once we have all this stuff. I'm just trying to, like, the problem is that because I don't have as much time to really think about this stuff in between streams because I'm so busy, it's harder for me to remember all of the stuff that I need to do before we go and do this stuff. I probably would have taken care of all of this previously if I had remembered it, but I did not remember it, so it takes a little longer to get it all done this way. But it is what it is, you know, it doesn't take too long. So, alright, so the last place we need to go is back over to the Hydra Marshes, because if I remember correctly, there are centaurpedes walking around here, and we can actually use them to get the Earthquake spell. So what I'm going to do, let's just save here real quick. And let's go find one. So what we need to do is we need to find one that is a group of 2, basically. So like that guy up there, I can walk into him and then confront him in battle. If it's 2 centaurpedes, good. Then I can stay in the battle. If it's not 2 centaurpedes, I want to run away and then try the battle again to see if I can get 2. Because as far as I'm aware, they'll only cast it if there's 2 of them. There are 3 of them, which is probably fine, but just to be safe, I know that when there's 2 of them, they'll cast Earthquake, so let's just back off and just run out and back in and see if I can get them to do what I wanted. So Matcha has, excuse me, the Earthquake trap, so I'll make sure that her turn is first, and then we'll go from there. And you know, while I'm here, I might as well set a couple of elements, because did I already set turn green? Oh, you know, I already did set that stuff for the next fight. And actually, turn green will come in handy here too, because these guys are yellow innate. So, with that being said, we can turn green on Surge shortly after we do this, and then we should be good to go. Is there just one? Yeah, just one. You know, let me see actually if this one will cast Earthquake. But basically, what you want to do is you want to get the whole field yellow, and if you can do that, then they'll probably cast Earthquake. That's the idea anyway. Let's set the trap, and then we'll see what happens. I did save before this, so if it doesn't cast Earthquake, I don't know. I'll just figure it out from there, I guess. Alright, so there's a trap. Glenn, you can go after Surge goes, because I want him to get low res, so that way we have the field set up properly. This thing has pretty good HP, though, if I remember correctly, so I wouldn't be too concerned about killing it by accident before you do this. So, alright, there you go, big guy. Whole field's yellow for you. Let's see what you can do. And then now we'll go over to Glenn's turn. He'll probably get absolutely trashed by an earthquake, but, you know. I don't think this thing's leaning over yet. No, it's not. Okay. And now we wait. It's good damage, though. Yeah, so all we gotta do now is wait until it's got its tail up like that. You see how its tail's up like that? So I think that's your indicator that it's getting ready to do something nasty. So I'm just gonna defend and hope that it's gonna do... Oh! Okay. So this thing does summon Golem. Well, that's good to know, actually, because I wasn't aware of that. And this is probably going to kill all of us, so that's good. Fantastic, because now, one, I know I don't have to wait for two of them to cast Golem, and two, I can just trap it from them. So, alright, so that's that. Let me reset. Because I don't know that he'll cast Earthquake after casting Golem, so... Actually, I probably could have gotten away with that since we didn't die. We probably could have just defended again, and he could have just maybe cast Earthquake, because the field was still all yellow, so... I guess I'm just so used to, like... When there are situations where... Like, I'm so used to, like, in situations with blue magic or something in other Final Fantasy games where it's like, oh, okay, he didn't use it, now he doesn't have enough MP, so I guess I just have to run away. And I suppose I didn't have to reset either, but... Then I'd have to go back to Marble to buy more traps, because I only have one Earthquake trap. That probably wasn't my smartest move, but... But it shouldn't take too long to get this, so... We'll try to be smarter about our Earthquake use, and I'll try to stick around in the next fight to see if he'll use it even after he summons Golem, because it doesn't look like... I mean, it did damage, but we didn't die, so... I gotta imagine he won't... I don't think he can spam it. As far as I'm aware, the enemies are also internally unable to use elements more than once, and that includes summons, so... I don't know how true that is. If it's not, it would be one more thing that this game would be chalked up to not being internally consistent about, but we can talk about that later when we run into the other internal inconsistencies. So. We haven't run into the other ones yet, so... how many? Did I see 3? Giddy Breath. Well, there's at least one. Okay, there's 3. Let's get out of here, Scoop! Yeah, I probably could have, like, poked one of them and then run away so I could heal, but that's okay. I probably also should have just done it with a consumable just there, but again, that's okay. Because we could just go out here, elements, use, and then use... I use a capsule. We've got so many tablets and capsules, it's kind of ridiculous at this point, so I'm not really super concerned about whether or not we'll be able to do that, you know? So. 3 of them again. I'm out of here. If we can get it down to 2, that would be good, but since I now know that one of them will, by itself, will just cast the spell, like Golem, specifically, I can't imagine that that would preclude them from casting Earthquake just because they can cast Golem. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I could have done this off-screen as well, but that's okay. My god. They won't leave me alone! There's too many of them! Can we... I mean, I guess we could kind of, like, thin the herd a little bit. Try to, anyway. I don't want to set the Earthquake trap until I know that I'm not going to get, like... Well, maybe it would have been pertinent to do it now, because they're probably... I mean, the field's all yellow, so now they'll be able to do it, but I don't know. I was going to say, well, if I don't hit, that's going to be a bit of a problem. I mean, I don't know. Do I set it now? I guess I set it now and just see what happens. We'll give it a shot. These guys have quite a lot of HP, so I don't know if this is a good idea, and it probably would be pertinent to buy more than one. But thankfully, the other spells that we're trying to trap later on will be able to more easily ensure that we can get them with the trap. Like, there's a set pattern to the enemies that are using the traps, that we're using the traps against, I should say. So, alright, well, there goes one of them. So now all we gotta do is wait it out and see if the other ones cast Earthquake or not. So, just gonna go for the Gusto. Nice dodge, Maja. We'll break your focus, but that's fine. Try for 3 anyway! Hey, there we go. Alright, so now Glenn, you go. Again, we'll thin them out to the point where there's only one, and then we'll try to have them cast Earthquake if possible. I don't know if he will or he won't, but it's worth a shot anyway. Good. And now for you. So we'll just start to thin you out. Thin out your HP levels. Okay, so it doesn't have to be just plain and simple. The group has to be only one. It's when alone cast Golem. Okay, got it. Got it. This is probably going to hurt very badly, though, because I wasn't defending. Okay, that wasn't too bad. See, but now I kind of want to heal, but I don't know if I should, because, I mean, I guess I could. It wouldn't make too much of a difference, because then we could just, like, reset the field to be... Oh, by the way, here's I don't know if I mentioned this previously. I think I did in the last episode, but Glenn and Surge have this dual tech X Strike, which is something that Chrono and Frog had in the previous game, so we might get to show that off by the end of the fight. But let's unset the field from yellow real quick and heal up, so we can survive the Earthquake if he chooses to use it after this. And then... I kind of want you to start working on getting the low reses up, so let's have Matcha heal instead. She's got the Earthquake up. So let's do this, so we can top off. I don't think, as long as the field isn't fully yellow, he can't cast Golem again. So as long as he doesn't, well, get the chance to cast Golem again, I don't think it'll be a problem. But now let's start putting the field back to yellow, because that might be the precluding thing to him casting Earthquake. I don't know if that's true or not, so we're going to find out. We're testing, you see, for science. So, apparently the person outside didn't like doing things for science. I'm not seeing you slumping over right now, so I'm just going to poke you for a minute. Oh yeah, I need to have Surge cast another low res, so let's do that. To get the field fully yellow for this gentleman who may or may not give me what I want. And then we can go over to... You know, I'm just going to have everybody defend, actually. Just so we can give him a chance to do something other than that, ideally. So, okay, there it is. That's what I want! Thank you. Alright, now we go all out, and we finish him off, ideally. And don't accidentally click defend there, that wouldn't be good. Nice. Alright, and then Glenn, let's get you up to the point where we can use X-Strike, maybe? Okay, he still hasn't interrupted me, so... Surge, it's time to go! This might do more than Sonic Sword actually will, so... And it'll break up the field. Nice! Okay, we got what we wanted. We got to see X-Strike. We'll probably use it again in the next fight or two, but there it is. And that's the gist of it. So now, if we had a yellow innate, because as far as I'm aware, you can't slot Earthquake in unless you're yellow innate. But I guess I could find out right now real quick. But yeah, so if you want an Earthquake element, probably these guys are the ones you're going to want to trap it from, because you could just leave the screen, come back, and there's a guaranteed Centorpede right here. Just get the field fully yellow, and you can trap Golem if you have the level 7 slot, but as far as I know, nobody gets it until you get to 25-star levels, or maybe it's 24. So that's a thing. But let's see if I can allocate that now that I got it. Let's see, so it would be here. Let's see. I guess go like that real quick. Earthquake. Really? Okay. Apparently, you can just slot it in. All right, fair enough. I was under the assumption that it would only be slottable by characters that have yellow innate as their, or rather, yeah, as their that are yellow innate. So I was figuring, okay, well, I won't be able to use this just yet, but pretty soon we will. But no, apparently you can just slot it in. All right, fair enough. I'm still not going to go get a million billion of them, like to the point where I'm going to get all transfixed by getting them. Because if I need characters that are not yellow innate to cast yellow innate spells, I'll just have them cast Electro Bolt, you know, or Upheaval, as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, that's the plan anyway. What was I saying I was going to get from Marbul? I was going to see if I had enough Imbeciles. That was what it was. So let's go see if I have enough Imbeciles. And I should have enough Eagle Eyes and Turn Spells. I need 6 of each of those, and then I need 3 Weakens, which we've already seen I have, and then 3 Imbeciles. And once we have all of that, I am satisfied with all of the things that we got, so we'll just make a quick run back through the fort. Shouldn't take too long to get back to where we were. And then we'll be good. Alright, G, let's see if I've got everything that I need from you. And then I can probably sell off some of the excess that I no longer need as well. Let's see. So we want to have 6 of each of these turn spells. So let's get those. I don't need 6 of each of them. Oh no, I do need 6 of each of them right away, because I was going to say, because I'm not going to need to equip all 6 of them until I get a total of... I'm basically going to invest in 5 party members total. But actually, no, I do. The reason why I'm getting to 6 is because I'm going to stick 3 on each character. So eventually I'm going to need to buy even more of these when I have more than 3 characters regularly available. But until that point, I'm not really super concerned about it. So we have a bunch of low reses. I can probably unequip those now. We have 6 Eagle Eyes, so that's good. I need 1 more of these. And then... looks like that's it. All right. Thank you. And now let's unequip the stuff that I no longer need. Like that. I need to do some resorting of the element slots as well, because my plan of action is kind of to have all of the buffs and debuffs on the same level. So, like, I'm going to have, on level 1, Surge is going to have all of his weakens and all of his imbeciles, along with Heal All. And then everybody else will have their turn colors and their eagle eyes all on level 1 as well. So that way they can just cast them for 1, not stamina, 1 element level without me having to stack them up like this. So, but I can resort them later. I'm not super concerned about that for right now. So let's just see if there's any extra stuff that I don't... You know, I don't even know if I want to just see if there's any excess elements that I can sell, because I don't know how much good they'll actually do me. I mean, I guess I can get rid of the ones that I know I'm not going to use again, which are like these. I could also use these and like turn them in for element levels if I need materials, but I can just buy tablets for that, so I'm not really super concerned about that. I can sell 8 of these. I was going to say, what did I just sell? Hold on. Because it went all the way back up to heal all, and I was like, wait a minute, did I just sell excess heal alls that I actually need? No, it just went all the way back to the top, that's all. So, don't want to sell the Panaceas just yet. The Blackouts I'll leave as well, because eventually we'll be able to buy Blackouts and Whiteouts, although it might be better at that point to just buy Panaceas, but I suppose those are very expensive, just judging by their just buying and selling, or just their selling level, so keep those because we can use those. And then the rest of this stuff, I don't think I'm going to need the low reses anymore, so let's just get rid of those. And then, don't need weak-minded. Shouldn't need weak-minded, I should say. Going to keep magnify and diminish, though, because those should still be useful. This is the level 4 spell, Hellbound, that black element spell. And so instead of getting like Ice Blast or something else that deals damage, you just get an instant death spell. As far as I'm aware, it's just instant death. I don't think it does anything else, but I'm not going to use it, so just get rid of it. Let's see. Gravitons I'll still use, so we'll keep those. Gravity Blows I can definitely get rid of. So we won't need that anymore. That's level 1 black element spell. So that's not going to do me a whole lot of good. Meteorites, nope, not going to use those. Photon beams, I'm going to keep those. Photon rays, I'm not going to need, so get rid of those. Just do some sorting, basically, so that way my elements are not, like, overflowing in my inventory like they are currently. So we don't need any electro-jolts. And by the way, it might also be a good idea to save these for later for materials, because there's another vendor later on for materials where they will specifically ask for elements of a certain color in order to exchange for certain things, including things like copper and iron and even mithril, which we don't have access to just yet, but by the time they'll trade that for us to get mithril, we'll have a better way of getting mithril, so I'm not really worried about it. But if you want to, you can hold on to some stuff for that. I'm just not super concerned about it, so. Kind of annoying that it goes all the way back to the top, though, every time. Alright, Bush Basher I'll still keep because that's level 3. We don't need this, though. Magma Burst I'll keep because that's level 4. I think I'm actually going to get rid of all the Magma Bombs, except for the one that is... What the hell? No, that's fine. Just do that. So we should still have one Magma Bomb left. Oh, no, maybe not. I think I sold... No, it's because they were in the inventory, so I sold the ones that are not, like... equipped, I think. I said it would have let me unequip it from there, and that was what that menu was, but not really something I need to concern myself about now. So Aqua Balls will keep, Ice Blast will keep, Aqua Beam you can have back. Well, you know, not have back, but you know what I mean. So, and the rest is traps, right? Other than the stuff that I purchased. Oh, no, this is the stuff that's equipped. Okay, that's fine. Then I think we've churned down, we've trimmed the fat in terms of our elements that we have available to us, so it should be a little bit easier to, you know, hold on to that stuff. As a matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it, let me unallocate that Magma Bomb from, probably you've got it, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'll give you the Fire Pillar instead. Or the Magma Burst. Magma Burst works too. So it's only a single target spell as far as I'm aware, so it's not quite as effective as Magma Bomb is, but it should be fine. And with that, I think we've done everything that I want to do for right now before we confront Lynx. So let's go confront Lynx, shall we? I know, we're almost 45 minutes in again. I did this last time with Frog Prince, doing it again, but there's just so many little things that you can do in this game in between the main story elements. And that's not going to slow down anytime soon. I mean, there's not as many decisions to be made like there were in the beginning of the game. They kind of front-loaded a lot of the major plot decisions in this game, so although, like, which way do you get into Viper Manor, and do you save Kid or not, that's not really going to happen anymore at all as far as I'm aware, but there's still lots of little things that you can do in between doing just the regular story stuff, so I'll try to show as much of it as I can. I don't remember all of it, but I'll try to show as much of it as I can. So, I think the only exception is going to be... Oh, I thought I was going through the door already, sorry. I think the only exception is going to be with... there's one super boss that you can fight, if I remember correctly, by deliberately doing a puzzle wrong, and I don't know if I'll be fighting that one. I think you get a pair of prism specs for beating them, I think. But in this game, they're called sunglasses in this one, and in this game they're not quite as good as they are in Chrono Trigger. So we've got other stuff that I think is worth more of an accessory slot than those. So the helmets are pretty good, the extra accuracy is pretty good, so... And I mean, you'll inflict a percentage more damage, but like because the damage levels are lower in this game than they are in Chrono Trigger, you don't benefit quite as much as you do in that one, so... Alright, before we do anything, it said the incubator wasn't responding, but can I put the egg in it and then it will respond? Let's find out. So this is the one, right? Yeah. Because I see all the eggs over there, so... nope, nothing doing, no response. Alright. Well, we'll keep that in mind. I can't incubate the egg here. We'll have to find someplace else that it can incubate at. But either way... Let's head up and finish up this whole Lynx arc. I probably could have gone and made an iron sword for Glenn while I was out running errands, but it's fine. We'll be fine. just go with the bronze weapon for now. He won't inflict as much damage, but that's okay. Surge and Matcha have got some good damage, and we've got some elements and stuff that we can use if we need the extra, so. Plus, it'll add a little bit of challenge, you know, and I'm always okay with that. So, can I get to this thing from here? Maybe if I go down here. Yeah, there we go. So, last time we got this functioning by finishing up that last pillar with the bunny boss, so now we can just go straight here. And head right up to the top of this elevator section. Some kind of funky elevator. More like a Star Trek transporter. Beam me up, Scotty. I'll be honest, I think Star Trek was a little before my time. I barely even know who Scotty is. But, you know. Either way, our main party that we have been using, I mean, Matcha's here now, but, like, Lena, Fiona, we left them so that way there was no chance of anything bad happening here, because that premonition is still in the back of my mind. It could happen. Matcha can take care of herself, Glenn can take care of himself, but Kid's not here, Lena's not here, Fiona's not here, so if Surge gets the urge for whatever the knife thing was, it won't. Like I said, they can take care of themselves. Matcha will just knock him on the head and knock him unconscious. Glenn is an Akasha Dragoon. So this, ideally, won't happen. I wonder if I made the thumbnail of this one, the knife with the blood on it, if that would get me, like, age restricted on YouTube. Because as far as I'm aware, showing blood like that can cause age restriction in certain videos, so, but I don't know. All right, but Matcha's ready. She's gung-ho. Let's see if we can match her enthusiasm, shall we? Ah, the men of the hour, or man and leopard thing. I mean, a lynx is not a leopard. It's a lynx, but, you know. They're in the same family, I think. I'd have to look at the taxonomy. What is your plan, anyway? Are you trying to use this for... Yeah, let Glenn ask this question. Maybe he'll open up to Glenn. He's a Dragoon. I'm pretty sure it concerns him anyway. So this thing that Glenn does here, where he does ellipsis into an exclamation point, is a pretty common trend for Glenn. A lot of people really like him, but this part, when he does this, which it happens a lot, it kind of annoys me. Because it feels more like... It feels less like Glenn is the one getting the character development, and it feels more like the characters around Glenn are getting development instead. So... And I mean, that's fine, but it doesn't make Glenn feel super fleshed out. It makes the other characters around him feel fleshed out because he's there, you know? So... I don't know about warming up, but I'll do the best that I can. Alright, Matcha, bonk him on the head. Make him see reason. Okay. No switch there. I probably should have unequipped the Earthquake Trap that I no longer have. But General Viper's yellow innate, so we'll give Surge a turn green. So he can deal some good damage when his turn comes up. We'll let Glenn do some damage and then get an Eagle Eye up on Surge, and then we should be okay to go. Glenn himself, well, if he can hit, he'll probably do okay damage, but he's also at risk because, you know, he's green element against a yellow innate, so he's at a bit of risk, but that's okay. Surge should be able to help him and support him out in terms of the ability to deal the damage here. I think General Viper has 800-something HP. Don't think he's quite at 1,000, so that shouldn't be a huge problem. Let's see. So, how about a 2-2-3? How do you feel about that? Not very good, evidently, judging by the damage. G-Force. Ouch. Stop it. See, that's Matcha's extra resistance coming in handy there. She's got a lot of it, and she is ready to use it. So... Alright, so I have a new idea for a strategy in terms of how I want to do this. So you noticed I had Surge do a 2-2-3. So now that Matcha's taken her turn, all of Surge's stamina is back, so we can do another 2-2-3. I'm pretty sure this will let Surge inflict more DPS while he's got the extra stamina to work with, so and the buff. So it'll let him kind of maximize his use of the buff, I think. I'm not 100% sure about that, but we'll see. Oh, Glenn doesn't have enough to do an X strike. Okay. Just do this for now. There we go. Because the Eagle Eye's still up, so I can rely on that being useful for that. You're slumped over, so let's do a 1, 2, 3. And then do... If he's not dead, he's not dead. Okay, I was going to say, he might be dead right here, but no, he's not quite. All right, Surge, let's do this. Get the cross strike. Follow it up, cross thrust. Nice. I don't know if that'll kill, but nice. It did. Okay, good. I mean, it didn't kill, he's not dead, but it did finish the fight for us, so that at the very least is good. Hopefully we've knocked him over enough to, like, make him stop fighting us and realize, yeah, you know, that jackass behind me did try to kill my daughter, and then he'll see reason and, you know, help us kill him instead. Surge has 29 strength. Oh my lord, man. All right, Matcha got a good level too, extra strength for her. Glenn got a good level, strength and magic, I'll take it. And let's top off before we go here. You can get a Dragoon Gauntlet as well from the General if he drops it for you. I believe the Mithril Mail is actually the rare drop, but that's okay. I can disassemble it for some Mithril along with some other materials, so I'm okay with that. Well, I gave you a shot, General. Oh, okay. He's going to use his level 7 tech on us now. Nothing personnel, Grandpa. What do you mean, you traitor? He tried to kill your daughter. Are you so blind that you couldn't see the fact that he was going to do this to you to begin with? Yeah, I'm sure you appreciate it. That's why you're letting him bleed out on the floor. Well, there goes that chance at getting a new party member. But that's it. Only one character remains for us to take down. Let's bring the fight to Lynx and take him to the great beyond. You know, if this is the climactic final battle, you'd think they would have, like, invested in some other battle music or something, but oh well, it's fine. Alright, Surge, show him what you got. I was gonna say I'll try to get the field so it's not double black, but okay then. If you want to just go immediately, that's fine too, I suppose. Alright, so let's do one of those, and then let's go with some elements. I would like to weaken him and imbecile him if possible, but I want to do imbecile after we break up the field a little bit, because his black element attacks will miss. What do you mean miss? I've never seen a debuff miss in this game. Okay, well, then I guess we won't worry about that for now. That, by the way, is why I wanted to get a debuff up on him like Weaken, because he hits pretty hard. I mean, it's probably because of the fact that there's, like, a big chunk of black element on the screen, but, you know, we can always recover some of that off, so, see, not too bad. I mean, obviously we could use a little bit more healing than just that, but it's fine. Okay, good, and now let's get an Eagle Eye up on Surge so that way, since he's already white and 8, he can just take advantage of this and do the 2-2-3 and then let Matcha get her stuff back and go from there. I think Lynx has 1,000 HP, so Surge should be able to rip a hole in him pretty good. I mean, okay, if you don't want to use, you know, a black innate element, that would actually help me, so thank you for not doing that. Alright, so then we'll let Matcha go, and I don't know, I guess kind of 1-2-3 it. See if he interrupts me again. He did, that's fine. Because now we can assess the situation from here in terms of the damage that he deals. Glenn's taking a beating right now, but that should be okay for a little bit. I can let Surge go again so he can get the big damage and then go from there. Nice. He's we're almost through to the other side at this point, so I think I might try to have Glenn follow it up and cross-strike again, so we'll see what happens. I was gonna say, okay, you can stop now. Alright, do one of those, and then everybody follow it up, and we'll heal after this if he doesn't fall over dead. Not bad, you two. Not bad at all. And that's it. We got him. There might be a second form because the music hasn't stopped and given me the victory theme, but, you know, we'll see what happens. That does, in fact, get us the 21st star level, though, and 666 gold. Hope you guys aren't superstitious, because that would be problematic. Alright, well, Surge got more magic. 20 magic is pretty good for him. There goes Matcha getting 2 resistance again. Crazy gal. Alright, and Glenn got some HP, that's fine. I'm not worried about Glenn's level ups because this is the last time we'll be using him in the party. I just wanted him in here for the exclusive dialogue with General Viper. We also get another Pendragon Sigil, which I'll probably just sell. Or disassemble if it's worth Mithril. But I don't know, so we'll see. Well, yeah, you left us to our own devices and we got stronger. What do you think was going to happen? I mean, you're hunched over pretty good right now. Oh, kid, what the hell? I thought I told you to stay home. Why are you here? You can't take my word for it? She's too hot-headed. She won't just take my word for it and say, no, it's a bad idea for you to be here and do this. I'm not trying to take your revenge away from you. Not that I think that you should be trying to get revenge at the expense of all else in the first place, but it's really not a good idea for you to be here. I was going to say, are you going to teleport behind someone again, or? No, I don't think so. I'm me. Why would I be anybody else? I'm just a fisherman from a fishing village, sir. Well, that has been my significance. A fisherman from a fishing village. I never really wanted anything else. What are you talking about? Like, every time you open your fucking mouth, you just say nonsense. Wait, hang on. Are you telling me you were the Panther Demon? Then why are you a Lynx now? If you were a Panther before, why did you change species? Is it because Panther is longer than 6 characters, so they couldn't fit it into the name limit? No, I'm pretty sure he's called Lynx in the Japanese version as well, so... Somebody on the development team was not a biologist. How do you figure? No. Denying you just means you're denied. It doesn't mean that I'm denying myself. I'm not. He's speaking in nonsense. He's talking in riddles to try to sound like he knows what he's talking about, when in reality he's just as perplexed by all this as we are. What does this have to do with anything? Can you stop talking like some philosophical dickhead and just fight us or die? Please? Why is the dragon tear glowing again? What are you planning this time? Okay. Tripping out again. Whoa, there's something in this one. Oh boy. Surge, are we going to need to detox you from this dragon tier? You keep tripping balls every time you see it. Okay. You okay, man? Seems okay. Oh, not okay. Not okay! Dark Jack! Dark Jack! Good question. Lynx, you want to mention what you did to... Okay, now, listen. I know Glenn hasn't been here for a while. Like, he's only been in the party for a short time, so he wouldn't know this. Kid really isn't here a whole lot either. She wouldn't know this. To be fair, I only just brought Matcha into the party, so really nobody in this room would know this. The second Surge starts talking should be a red flag. Because none of you have heard him speak previous to this. So... Are we just going to stand here? Is the game loading? Do I have control? Oh, wait a minute. That's not good. I was pressing up to try to go run after Lynx, but Uh, kid, bad idea. When the protagonist of a video game, generally righteous person, tells you to kill somebody, it's usually not a good idea. I tried to tell you to stay away. What makes you think that all of a sudden I would relent and let you get your revenge? Yeah, so, I don't know if it's clear. It'll become clear in a minute, but, we're in control of Lynx now. So that's something. I could try to fight them, and it might not be a bad idea to try to fight Surge to knock some sense into him, because he's not speaking correctly right now. So, or do I just defend because I don't want to hit these people? I don't know. I'm just going to attack Surge. I know he's not the person that he says he is, so if I hit him hard enough, maybe he'll go away. I mean, I'm doing good damage at the very least. Alright, Matcha, you need not to be bonking any sense into me. I'm not doing this for the... Okay, I mean, I guess I could use that. No, let's not use that. That's fine. But yeah, we have all of Surge's techs, including Dash and Slash, which is now black innate element, so that should probably give you a fair idea of what the hell's going on here. So... it's kind of janky. Probably because you're not supposed to see that normally, but, you know. Nice dodge. You're really trying for this one, but it's a 3-on-1 and it's a supposed to lose fight, so, yeah. I was kind of hoping that Glenn would be the third character there, because then it would have been the party that was in the second intro, and it wouldn't have just been Matcha deciding, you know, fuck that Lynx guy, am I right? Then Glenn could have done it because he wouldn't have known what he was doing, but, oh well. It is what it is. Kid, you have to know this isn't right. Why would the main character be telling you explicitly to murder someone? He's never said a word to you edgewise, and now these are the first words he's saying. Okay. And now we see why the premonition happened the way it was. Because it was not Surge who did this. Wait, hang on. Yeah, but you just said something really stupid. Yeah, uh-huh. Play the cornered theme from Phoenix Wright. She's got him cornered. Yeah, I was going to say, you just said something that Surge would never know in a million years. She never told us who Sis was. Turns out the sister she was talking about was Luca. Older sister, because Luca was quite a bit older than her, but yeah, that's why the premonition happens the way it does, because Lynx switched bodies with Surge and then murdered Kid. So that's not good. But to be fair, there wasn't much we could do about it. He had us in the palm of his hands the whole time! Well, now what am I supposed to do? I'm stuck in a furry's body. Matcha, you should know this already. He's not Surge! Sorry, I jumped through that a little quickly, but all Glenn did was shout no. So. Oh, good. The dark urge is taking over his body now. It's about time they recognize that. No kidding. So, this should kind of clue you in. Luca was Kid's sister, quote-unquote, that she referred to as Sis, the head of the orphanage. He did not kidnap her. He killed her. You know, Luca, one of the main characters in Chrono Trigger, the one that you spent 25 to 30 hours building her level up to the point where virtually nothing in the known timeline could kill her or any of the party members, that Luca, yeah, she got killed off-screen by this jackass. Oh, Chrono Cross, I got some words to have with you. Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean? You literally have her exactly where you want her. Why would you finish her off later? She's just gonna come back. Why would you ever do that? You spent this whole time trying to make the premonition come true. Why would you just leave her? God. And now you're just talking bullshit again. What are you... Do you even know what enmity means? Okay, so what are you gonna do to me? Oh, that's not good. So you're gonna leave me here for dead too? Well, what do you mean? Could you make up your fucking mind here, please? You just said even my own existence is worthless, like you were about to kill me. But I guess I should have known better, because you said you were gonna kill Kid, and then you just left her so she could come back and kill you later. Like, now you're doing the same thing to me. Oh, hey, so I'm going to the Sea of Eden. Fuck you, I'm going to kill you, but actually, why don't you come to the Sea of Eden? Because that's where I'm going. If I get the party back together, we will kill you. Why would you allow that to happen? And in case you're wondering why I say if I get the party back together, well, he's spouting bullshit again. But when he's done finally spouting bullshit and he's actually going to do something, he's going to send us all to the distortion world. Photosensitivity warning right now. Look away from the screen. Is it right now? I think it's right after this, actually. But if you're photosensitive, I would not look at the screen after this Kid thing. So maybe as soon as she turns towards the camera, look away if you're photosensitive. Because I remember this being very jarring. So... What, are you here to take me to the afterlife too? Does the afterlife look like the bottom of the ocean? But yeah, if you were wondering what that section after the second intro was, it's this. This is what it was referencing. Okay, yeah, that was the part that I was worried about in terms of the photosensitivity. Because it kind of just flashes into the screen like that. Where the hell am I now? Is the afterlife a Van Gogh painting? Well, anyway, we're now Lynx. We're Surge in Lynx's body. We still have our Swallow equipped. And we still have our Iron Vest equipped, but all of our accessories got unequipped. That being said, I think, if I remember correctly, all of our accessories that were on other people, yeah, got stuck back in our inventory. So we can just re-equip them now. So that's what I'm going to do. This and the gauntlet. And that should give him halfway decent everything to work with for now. Did all of our elements get unequipped too? Yes, they did. Okay, that's fine. We can just do this and then go from there. So, how do I want this set up? We want 3 weakens, 3 imbeciles. How many of these do I have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That's actually good, because that means I can set all the weakens and all the imbeciles right now. I could stick revive on here, but I'm actually going to save the revives for... Oh, I think I flew past it. Yeah, weakens right here. So I'm actually going to save the revive spell for characters other than Surge, because later on... well, if we were still white innate, we're black innate now that we're in Lynx's body, but if we were still white innate, there's actually a high-level white innate spell that Surge can learn that lets him revive the whole party if need be. So, but of course, that's not really going to work right now, is it? But, you know, we'll figure something out. And then we want a heal all as well, which is up here. So I'm just going to set as many of these as I can, basically. And then go from there. So that's what this should look like for quite a while. I think later on we'll get another slot, maybe above this weekend, so we'll just move everything up, because the last thing I want down here, but worry about that later. All right, level 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can actually set everything here that I want right now, but there is one spell that we don't currently have access to. So since that's the case, I'll just set the other ones, which is 2 recover alls and 2 heal alls. There's that. What else do we want? Also, now we have access to Lynx's Tex, his personal skills. So now we can use Glide Hook ourselves. I actually showed it previously. I don't think we were supposed to see it, but we don't get Luminaire anymore. We get Feral Cats instead. So that's just great. And then from there, let's see, level 3. So what I want to stick on level 3 is like attacking elements, but I also want to have a Recover All and a Heal All on this level. So let's stick those on here first. And I guess I have enough for 1 slot worth of attacking elements for right now. So let's do that. Level 3 element, what would I want to stick here? I guess a Fire Pillar, because for right now, Fire Pillar is probably one of the best level 3 spells we have, so... level 4, we mostly want these to also be attacking spells, but we also want a Recover All and a Heal All in this level. As you can see, I've slotted quite a lot of healing in here. Probably way more than we'll ever need, but, you know, just to be safe, I'll have that there. Stick Meteor Shower here, because it's pretty good. I probably could stick Graviton here, actually, instead of that, because... Well, I guess we have... If I need black innate multi-target damage, now I have it, because I have Feral Cats, so I guess I could just stick that there. As for level 5 spells, excuse me, these are mostly just going to be attacking spells, so I don't think there's anything I really want to stick there for right now. I guess I could stick Diminish in here. I'll stick Magnify and Diminish in here for now, actually, because I might want to use one or the other depending on the situation. And then here, do I still have that Black Hole spell? Yeah, I do. Well, we can try to set it. I don't know if it'll actually... There's enemies in here that I think can use Black Hole, but I'm not sure if they can use it on their own or if there's a different circumstance under which they use it. It's tough to explain, but I'll talk about it later. So. Anyway, let's trip balls through the Van Gogh painting, I suppose. See where we end up. Something staring at me from inside of the tree there. Oh, okay. Well, we can't get in there. At least not yet, anyway. I think, if I remember correctly, we want to go up there somewhere. Let's see. Because there's a boulder, yeah, somewhere up here that we can push. And I think if we push the boulder, there's actually something we can do that's optional on this screen. If you want to just continue with the story, you could just go through that big door there. But if we push the boulder off this cliff twice, I think we can get that treasure. So I'm going to try to do that and see where it takes us. I don't remember how to get to that thing. I guess I just go through this little section here behind the waterfall. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that gets rid of the other boulder, and now we can go get the treasure. Cool. So there's multiple things staring at me from inside the, whatchamacallit there. All right. But the thing that you want to do in order to get this door unlocked is we're going to want to... Oh, there's the second revive. Actually, that's good, because that's both of the ones that I need, because now I can equip them on characters other than Surge. So if you go over here, you can shake this branch, and the berry falls out. And that person goes flying out of there to grab the berry. And that allows you to get into their house. Oh, I don't know. I just figured I'd see who was living in the Van Gogh painting. I mean, that's not inaccurate. So where am I exactly? This world or all worlds? Well, that's pretty apt, considering I had my body, what would that be, yesterday, and now it's gone today? Well, that's because you're going to eat it, right? Uh-huh. Is that your conclusion, or is that just the way things are? Because something tells me that's more of a personal conclusion. Yeah, sounds like a... So does this help you sleep at night, knowing that this is the conclusion that you came to, that nothing means anything? Because that seems like a somber way to live. Okay. Thanks for the hospitality, I guess. But yeah, so if you didn't fully heal up, you can heal up here. So, by resting. Sure, I guess I'll go down. I can't go up, apparently. Let's see what she's got in her basement so I can raid it. Oh, she's got a save point in her basement. Okay, well. I guess I can raid the save point. That way she doesn't get pissed at me about raiding her treasure. Does this change the slot thing? Probably not, right? Let's see. It'll change what's down there, but it won't change. Yeah, okay, it won't change the picture up top where it says memory card slot 1. So, but apparently we're in a place called the Temporal Vortex. All right, fair enough. Wonder if Balthazar's around here somewhere. Well, I'll be going. Oh. Well, I figured you were still asleep. I didn't want to wake you up. Sorry. Are you sure? I don't want to bug you. So you want to get out of here just as badly as I do? Okay, well, I appreciate it. And for invading this person's house and then sleeping without giving her a word of thanks, Sprig joined your party. She's a very interesting character, not necessarily in terms of her character development, because once you get out of the Temporal Vortex, she pretty much gets none for the rest of the game, just like every other character in Chrono Cross, but, well, most of them anyway. But in terms of her gameplay, she's actually really interesting, and I might try to work with it a little bit. We'll see. If you've played Final Fantasy VI and you've used Gao to any degree, she's very similar to Gao. I should mention that part, because that's probably the most apt way I can put it. As for her element grid, let's take a look at it. Yeah, her element grid is very small. She only has two level 5 elements slots, including one that's taken up by her only personal skill, Doppelgang, and one level 6. She'll eventually get a second level 6 slot, but not just yet. Doppelgang, though, is the interesting part about her, because it's very similar, like I said, to Gao's Rage ability from Final Fantasy VI. Enemies that she defeats, so with Gao you go to the Veld. We haven't played Final Fantasy VI, so this isn't going to make much sense yet, but it will eventually. But with Gao, you go to the Veld, you leap onto an enemy that you want Gao to learn how to use the techniques of. Then when he comes back, after leaping onto the enemy, he'll know that enemy's attacks. So then you can have him rage, and when he rages, he'll use that enemy's techniques. Sprig can do something very similar, except instead of leaping onto an enemy at the Veld doesn't exist in the El Nido Archipelago, so all she has to do is defeat an enemy, and once she specifically defeats the enemy, she can doppelgang it for the rest of the game. I don't think you can see the list anywhere unless you're in battle, but that's generally speaking how she works. Her limited element grid is sometimes a bit of a problem, but it shouldn't be a huge deal for us to get used to. I think we should be okay. And her defeating the enemy does not necessarily preclude her in terms of like, okay, well, she can only do it if she defeats them with physical attacks. No, as far as I'm aware, she can defeat them with anything. Physical attacks, elements, you name it, she can do it as long as she's specifically the one to get the final blow. I don't think it matters. So knowing that, it actually might be better to have her use that earthquake that I just got and then maybe give her something higher level up here. Like, what did I have up here that would be higher level? I don't really have any like high-end techniques other than earthquake. So maybe I'll move earthquake to here and I'll give her meteor shower here. And then put earthquake here. Where'd it go? Is it at the bottom of the list now? Nope. Moved up somewhere. Do I have extra earthquakes? Because I just saw it down here. Oh yeah, I guess I do. I've got 5 of them. Where'd I get all of those? I don't know. No, but seriously, where'd it go? There we go. So let's just reset everything, and then it should be back here. Yeah, there it is. So we'll let Surge do the healing. We did give him plenty of healing, so now Sprig's got some AoE, and she's got a decent magic stat of 15, so it's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible considering she hasn't been in the party, like, at all to use it, you know. We don't really have anything better for her for right now. She has a silver staff made out of mithril, so that's better than what Surge has got for physical attack, but She's not really as physically savvy as Surge is. I'd like to get this mail off of her, but the iron vests that we had are not currently available. Those are still equipped on all the other party members that are not in our party right now. So I'll just give her the Mithril mail for now. And eventually we'll switch those out. Hopefully for Mithril vests, but we'll see. What else? Iron helmet. Let's see. She has 10 stamina, and that means she doesn't really need the stamina ring, so we can just give her other stuff like probably the sight scope and the magic ring. I think would be good for her for right now, because with those AoE techs, excuse me, with those AoE techs, it'll probably be better to give her a little bit of extra magic, you know. Okay, but with that, we've got her all set and ready to go. So let's get ourselves out of here, shall we? You know, I should probably go save. Actually, is her door going to be unlocked? Yeah, it is. Okay. Are you sure you don't want this berry before we go? I mean, I guess we don't need it, but... Yeah, I think she's really interesting in terms of, like, the way that she plays. I just wish that... It's one of those situations where the game throws a lot of different play styles at you, Chrono Cross does, because, I mean, up to this point, we've already had, like, Pip, who has different play style. We've got Sprig, different play style. There's a lot of different characters that you can use, and a lot of them play similarly to each other, but they've all got kind of their own techs and stuff to use. I just wish Chrono Cross was hard enough to actually warrant you putting in time to figure out its systems. It's just not difficult enough to really warrant that most of the time. So, Sprig is optional, by the way. I should mention that too. You don't have to go, as far as I'm aware, you don't have to go here to get her. She says she'll unlock the tower for you, so maybe you do, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure you can just leave without her opening the door for you. Oh, good. Now I'm in a strange perspective. Harley, about that, what? Why are you... Did Lynx not give you the memo on what he was doing, or... Yeah, I hate to break it to you, Harley, but... No, I'm no longer Surge from a body perspective, but I am Surge from a mind and soul perspective. So, I'm still Surge. Me, and that's all that matters. No, that's not how that works. If I know I'm Surge, I can present as Lynx, but just because I'm not, like, in my own body does not mean that I'm not myself. Okay, reality can try it, Harley. Come get me. I'm ready. Well, fair enough. This is the part of the game, in case it wasn't clear by Lynx spewing nihilistic nonsense about 20 minutes ago, where Chrono Cross's nihilism starts to creep into every pore of the game, and I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna have things to say about it later, because eventually it gets egregious with it, but for right now it's kind of just doing this to, like, make you feel down. It doesn't have to do this with the text because of what happens after this, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. So what do you think I should do then? I'm telling you who I am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so I can get my own body back. Is that what you're saying? Right. Wait, does that mean that we're in Homeworld again? Is that what happened when Lynx crushed reality a minute ago? What do you mean, how do I know if this is the real me? I am the real me. Every other version of me is also a real me. It's just a different real me. I don't know what the game's trying to pull with this shit. Like, I feel like it's supposed to be this weird esoteric, are you really who you think you say you are? Questioning yourself type of stuff. But, like, I think I'm too old for this stuff to affect me anymore because it just... I don't know. I don't even feel defensive about it. It's just like, no, what are you talking about? Like, it just... Who was Surge? Where was Surge? Can you help me? I'm trying to find Surge. I don't know who that is. Because he's talking. Well, you're right. You're not me, and I'm not you because you're talking. I don't talk. I'm a silent protagonist, jackass. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I think it's supposed to be Harley messing with our brain, but... The door to reality only. Okay. Well, thanks for the directions. That's helpful. Harley definitely wasn't being helpful. But basically, I think if I remember right, what you need to do is open the same door that Surge goes through. So left first. Alright, so now he's going to go. But yeah, he's down below us now, so just follow him. And go this way. Let him step through first, probably would be the best idea. And then go this way. So now we're down below again, he's back up. And maybe one more, or is it rule of threes? No, it's rule of... Oh, god damn it! It's rule of threes. But now I've switched over from being in a Van Gogh painting to being in an MC Escher painting. Great. I guess at least there's no staircases. As in, let us? Yes, let us, because Harley has joined our party. Très magnifique. So yes, you actually get Harley in your team, despite her being an antagonist. Apparently she's gonna help Surge, despite Surge being in Lynx's body now. I don't know what happened between her and Lynx, but apparently Lynx doesn't need her anymore. I don't know. Either way. She's coming with us, boys! Well, actually there's no boys right now. It's just me and Sprig and Harley, so there you go. It's just us. Harley, incidentally, is really, really good. She has one of the best elemental grids in the game, some of the highest stat growths in the game. I would not be shocked if she ends up just as good as Surge with a few bonus levels. Will I be using her for that long? I'm not 100% sure, but she will end up very good by the end of the game. That's the point. So, all right, so let's give her the heal all and the revive that I have, and then the rest of this will stick some turn colors in. Do I need... What turn colors do I need right now? Yellow. We'll just give her a turn yellow. And then an eagle eye. And then when she gets another slot here... I know I just said she's got one of the best element grids in the game. Right now it's not very filled out, but it will fill out, trust me. So, and then what else have we got here? Level 2... 2 recover alls, 2 heal alls. We can't use the 5th one yet, but we can do the recover alls and the heal alls. So. And we get to listen to the battle theme for the rest of the dungeon, so that's great. She's also black element innate, so it gives you another one if you need it. And there are a lot of white elemental innate bosses that we're going to be fighting in the next little bit, so her being black innate along with Lynx being black innate, it's a good and a bad thing. It doesn't give you a defensive advantage, but you'll hit really hard, so... she's got moonbeams. It hits against all foes. I forget if it's more powerful than typical level 3s, but I think it's pretty much the same as normal level 3s, so... She's got moonshine, which I think, if I remember correctly, increases the defense and magic defense of your entire party. And she's got a level 6 slot as well, so that's pretty good, I guess. What else have we... We've got the level 2s all set up, right? Yeah. So level 3... We're looking at recover all, heal all. So for right now, we'll just stick those in there. And eventually we're going to want to stick something else there, but I need to buy it first, and we don't have access to it just yet. So we won't do that just yet. She's got a graviton equivalent. So maybe I just stick a fire pillar here for now. And then stick a meteor shower here. This is level 4. Recover all and heal all can go here. Alright, she's got some level 5 as well, but I don't really have any free falls or anything decent for her to stick there. Same thing at level 6. Harley will be very important pretty soon, though. But once we get to, I think, the 24th or 25th star level, she'll have a very important role to play in the party. So we'll talk about that when we get there. Before we go anywhere else, though. Let me see what she's got equipped. We'll go from there. Okay, so she's actually already got a mithril piece of equipment, the silver shot, and a mithril mail as well, so that's not bad for her. Give her an iron helmet, give her... she's also got, I think, pretty good stamina recovery. It's at least 10, but probably 11. So, give her the silver loop, and then what else? I guess the knee pad. I don't really have anything else for her for right now. Yeah, so she's pretty good. This party will do pretty well for us in terms of getting us out of here, so hopefully we'll be able to actually do that without going absolutely stir-crazy from inside the MC Escher painting. So, I think these enemies are the ones that can cast Black Hole, but I could be wrong about that. So, that being said, I think I'd actually like Sprig to take this enemy out. It's a total chaos, and I think there's more than one? Oh no. There's not, because it says Total Chaos A, but I'm not seeing any other ones. I just tried to press left and right and didn't get anywhere with it, so. Let's just hammer on it for a little bit, and then we'll see where we can go from there. I'm not going to set this black hole just yet, though, because I think if we have Sprig take this thing out, we can actually basically have her use Doppelgang, and then we can trap a black hole and trap her own black hole spell, which might allow us to grab a black hole for ourselves so we can have Harley learn to use it. I'm not sure if that's how it'll work, but we'll see if that's how it works. So. Man, these things are crazy looking. They're 2D! Nice. Okay, well, Sprig took it out, so that means that she can now Doppelgang it. There is a way to have somebody else take an enemy out and still have Sprig Doppelgang it, but you don't get access to that for quite a while in the game, so I wouldn't worry about that too badly for right now. Wow, 3 HP Harley? Holy hell. Going crazy already. So. But yeah, that should add that enemy, Total Chaos, to Sprig's list of enemies that she can Doppelgang now, so okay, well, we're not going that way. I do want to eventually go through those holes, but we don't need to go there just yet. Let's grab this first, grab some mithril. I think that's really the only thing that I care about getting for right now. Let's just see what's down here first. Bro, my head's spinning. I think we got to go through that little hole that was over there, though, but we'll see in a second. Alright, so let's see if we can do what I just said. And let me do that, actually. And then I'm going to try setting the black hole trap. I'm not sure if... Actually, no, I'm not going to try setting the black hole trap for right now. I'm going to just let Sprig take this thing out. And we'll have her do that later when we're fighting an enemy that I actually probably can do something with in terms of... like, they'll last long enough for Sprig to build up the element power with it to actually cast Black Hole. But she can use Earthquake, she can use Meteor Shower, but we can Doppelgang now. She comes with a few enemies to start with. She comes with Beach Bum, Komodo Pup, Wraith, Gobbledygook, Bulb, Snob Goblin, Snib Goblin, Crossbones, Cat Burglar, and Lagoonate. Now, Lagoonate is the best one out of all of these. It's a blue element enemy, but it has some pretty strong stats. Now, the thing with Sprig is that she's like a Ditto. She's kind of like a combination of a Ditto from Pokemon and Gao from Final Fantasy VI, because she functionally is like Gao. However, when she doppelgangs an enemy, her stats, except for her HP, are fixed. She'll always have Sprig's HP, but she will, instead of having her own stats, she'll have the stats of whatever she just killed. So, or whatever she just doppelganged, rather. So, that's how that works. That being said, I don't really need to worry about that for right now, because this enemy will be dead in a second anyway, so... Meteors, unleash thy fury! Flatten this, man. Yeah, I dig Sprig. I hate to say it like that because that's a hell of an alliteration, but I like using Sprig. She's pretty interesting to use, all things considered, so... She's definitely a different way to play the game, and I actually kind of like the fact that her element grid is a little bit, like, smaller, because it's just easier to manage, you know what I mean? So, okay, so we can't go there from here. So how do I get there from here? Can I jump into this? No? Okay. Maybe down here? No. Yeah, I'm confused. I don't want to leave this place just yet, because there's still multiple things that I can grab, but... Maybe if I go down here? I think that's the way out, though, so I don't think I want to go that way just yet. God, this is confusing. I don't think I can go around this pillar from here. No. Alright, hang on. Let me look this up. I'm sure Shotgun Nova's got it in the FAQ. D-20 is the temporal vortex, right? Yep. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's a lever. Okay, there's a lever nearby the entrance, so let's go back there if I can. I think I see it, actually. Hold on. It's this. Yeah. I didn't see this. It just completely blended in with the background. Okay, so that should make things a little bit more... it should make it a little easier for me to get to where I'm going, I think. I just need to figure out how to get where I'm going. Oh, I see. Just go like this. Grab this. Probably fight this thing on the way. That's fine. There was no map in the FAQ, by the way, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Alright, let's have Harley do something. She hasn't attacked yet. So she has shot, so she'll throw weapons at enemies, kind of like if you have Lucia or Doc on your party previously, this is their weapon type. It's just, this is the silver version. So, that's kind of cool. Let's see. See how much Meteor Shower does from you? You've got decent magic. I didn't see how much it is relative to Spriggs, but I think it's better even with the magic ring, because the magic ring only gives magic +1. It's not a great boost, but I guess it's there. Okay, he's almost in the floor. That's fine. There we go. Oh, okay, we got the mini level. Well, that actually lets me do something that I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do yet. I was going to say Surge. Link's got some more strength. And Harley did as well. Okay, so now Harley actually had less magic than Sprig does. Well, that's okay. She hasn't had a chance to get too many mini levels just yet, but, you know, it's all good. Okay, there's another Mithril. And I think the last treasure was over here, right? Yeah, here it is. Another Pendragon Sigil, so nothing good, but that's okay. We got what we needed to get, so now let's go back. We'll flip the lever again, and now we can get out of here, because that one hole down near the bottom, once you go through here, as far as I'm aware, you can't go back. So that's why I'm trying to grab everything while I'm here, because some of this stuff can be pretty valuable stuff, so. And as far as I'm aware, once you leave here, you can't fight a Total Chaos again either. So if you want to grab that for Sprig's Doppelgang list, I'd recommend that you do that before you leave, so. It's not a bad enemy for a Doppelgang list, but it's not the best, but it will do, so. We can use it for something interesting. The only problem is going to be finding an enemy that has enough HP for me to Doppelgang, use it, and then also be able to build up enough element power with it to get access to Black Hole. Are we in the Hydra Marshes? It sort of looks like the Hydra Marshes, but it doesn't look as foggy. No, I'm good. I already know where we're at. I just don't know which world we're in. If this is probably Homeworld's Hydra Marshes, actually. So, yeah, how do you feel about it? You want to go your own way so you can explore, or time to party? I like Sprig's attitude too. I don't know. I feel like some people find some of the cast in this game somewhat annoying, but I don't know. I don't find Sprig to be of that number. I mean, her accent doesn't bother me very much, and I think that's mostly it, honestly. Oh my god. I mean, we could hurry along and party. Give her a minute, yeah. You sure you want to come with? I don't want to... If you want to go party, that's fine. Are you talking about the beach again? Yeah, so we got to go back to the Opasa Beach so we can get back to another world. So, I guess let's go do that. Yeah, but this one leads to another world that isn't the temporal vortex, so... Well, if you want to come with, we can find out. That shouldn't be too hard. Okay, so I guess you can get back to the temporal vortex since that little... Oh, never mind, it's gone. I was gonna say, since that's there, we can get back, but no, actually you can't. Never mind, carry on. You know, we might have come here, actually, now that I think about it. Didn't we come here to get the life sparkle? Because it wasn't available in the other world. Or am I thinking of the other world? I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just as confused as all of you. I don't think I'll be able to have Sprig do what I want her to do here. Because what I need to do in order to get Black Hole to work is I need to have Sprig attack things so that she can doppelgang the total chaos. And then she needs to attack things enough to be able to actually set down, or not set down, but I need to attack things enough to set down the trap. And then I need to attack things with Sprig enough to doppelgang, and then I need to attack things enough again to continue to, you know, get the black hole spell off. So I don't really think that's going to happen. Excuse me. So if that's the case, let's just leave. I don't think we're going to need to worry about that too much. That being said, we're back at having the most HP in the whole party again, so that's just great. You guys beat the Hydra? Why would you do that? You know, that would explain, though, that would track as to why the dwarves left this place, because this was their original home. They left this place because the Hydra was defeated, and they probably either worshipped it or had something going on with it. I don't know. But, that would explain why they left, because some random jackasses just came in here and tried to ruin everyone's fun. We can go talk to the leader if we want right now, and actually we have Sprig in our party, so there's a mini-boss that you can fight on the way to the leader called a Wingipede, which Sprig can defeat and can use as a doppelgang, but it's not a particularly good doppelgang. It's a green innate doppelgang. And by the way, Sprig's innate color changes when she doppelgangs into something to whatever that enemy's innate element was. She's green innate to begin with, so... But honestly, even on her own, I feel like Sprig is better than the Wingipede. It's got Tornado, it's got the Tornado spell, but it's like a -5 Tornado, so it really isn't that great, honestly. So... Alright, well, we could go back to Arnie Village, but I don't think that's a good idea. Let's just go back to Opasa Beach and see if we can get back to the other world so we can figure out this whole mess. Where's the distortion? Astral Amulet? There's no distortion here. That's what it looks like. Yeah, I mean, I'm back where I wanted to be. I just wanted to go back to my fishing village, but... That's going to be a bit of a problem. What do you mean? Oh. Yeah, because we're not in Surge's body, we can't actually transfer across worlds. At least not yet. You think my mom's going to be able to tell me what to do about this? She's never heard of this. Well, actually, no, now that I think about it, Poshel knew what spontaneous combustion was. So that means that everybody in the village must have a PhD in astrophysics or some shit. Maybe they'll actually be able to tell me what to do. Of course, there's a problem with this. Chrono Cross is about to have its cake and eat it too, because when you go back to Arnie Village in the home world, as Lynx specifically, yeah, everyone in the village is racist against demi-humans. That would be the attitude of racism that everyone exuded here, actually. Harley, please don't act like kid. We're trying not to make these people angry. I'm not condoning their racism. I'm just saying we don't want to deal with that right now. We're too busy. We've got other things to do. So this is what I mean when I say it's trying to have its cake and eat it too. Chrono Cross is taking this opportunity to say, hey, yeah, you know that village, that fishing village that you've been wanting to go back to for the entire game? Yeah, it turns out they're all racist. And from a player's perspective, it's like, oh wow, this place isn't as innocent as I thought it was. But I just don't feel like it's that diegetic to the story, because Surge would know that. He lived there his entire life. He would know that they're racist. Hell, he would probably himself be racist, because he's lived here his whole life. So I just don't feel like it's that diegetic. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just don't feel like it's as diegetic as it could be. Oh, by the way, our entire party list is cleared out. We have no reserve members. So now we have to, not only do we have to work on getting our body back, we also have to work on getting everybody else back. So what was I going to do here? What do I have that's mithril? I think I've got a little bit of mithril actually in my party. List of items and stuff. So actually what I want to do is I want to unequip any mithril stuff. I'm going to give the iron stuff over for right now, because we can actually make some mithril stuff right now. The village here now has, from this lady, although I'm not sure if she'll even talk to me because I'm, a demi-human, but from a long ways away. Yeah, so as it turns out, the shopkeepers are the not racist people in this world. So you can actually do business with her. You can grab some elements or some weapons and armor from her. She'll forge it. And I believe she can forge mithril equipment for you, so we're going to find out in a second. Nothing new here, though, unfortunately. So. But as for weapons and armor, I think there's an updated list. We're going to find out right about now. Yeah, there's an updated list. So Harley and Sprig already have their silver variant. So Sprig has a silver staff, and Harley has, where is it? It's probably down here somewhere. Yeah, silver shot down here. You can also make a silver fry pan now. So there you go. There's your frying pan. Apparently it has a fur handle, so that's just great. But we don't have any fur for right now, so that's not something we need to worry about. The main thing that you want to grab right now, though, is a silver swallow. So that's what we're going to grab real quick for Surge. Stick that right on him, and then we'll go from there. I'm also going to see if I can, because I can make some mithril vests right now. If I had some fur, I could do it. But I could also disassemble the mithril mails that I have in order to get some of the fur that I might need. So we can also disassemble this copper besom. We don't need that anymore, so we can get rid of that. I think I need to disassemble a couple of other things, like the steel swallow, so maybe I should unequip that first. But either way, well, hell, we could disassemble this stuff in order to get some fur, so let's do that. I don't know where I found these bronze mails. I must be from unequipping other people, actually. That's probably where we found them. We can also disassemble these mithril mails so that we can get some more mithril along with some other stuff. There's no fur that we get from the mithril mail, unfortunately, but we have a couple of fur, so we should be able to use that to make some stuff, I think. So let's disassemble these. Get some more mithril. We'll be able to get more mithril from enemies pretty soon anyway, so don't worry about it if you don't have a lot. Really, the silver swallow is the only thing you need to care about. So, anything else that might... So this disassembles into mithril. It wouldn't be a bad idea to give Sprig a silver or gold earring either, but I don't know. I don't really ever feel like I need it, so... I guess it's just mainly, like, use it if she's not going to be casting any spells, because you're just going to have her doppelgang. But I don't know. I don't really feel like I need to use it that badly. These disassemble into mithril, so hell yeah, let's go. Also get us some shiny stuff, so we'll get to the 10th shiny dew. So that's all the ones we need. We got a shiny ember. We'll get a shiny sand out of this one. This also disassembles into mithril and a shiny salt. Good. And then we already got some mithril out of the last demon charm, but we'll get some more shiny soot as well. You just disassemble into iron, so I'll probably just sell you. We can make some mithril helmets as well, so it's probably worthwhile for me to unequip those helmets and do that. Don't disassemble the stamina ring. That's way too worthwhile to be disassembling it into iron and an eyeball. The Dragoon's Honor gives us some fur. I'll keep that in mind for later in case, but don't really need that for right now. That disassembles into fur. Fur. Let's see. So really it's just fur, and that's kind of been the big thing for a while, hasn't it? Okay, so let's just sell the Pendragon sigils because I won't be using them for anything. Won't need this either. Won't need both of these, so let's just sell that. I guess I've got 2 silver earrings. That's interesting. I don't know where I got all of those from, but won't need this either, so let's just get rid of that. And I think everything else is, except for the stamina ring, yeah. And I've got an extra one of these, so I might as well disassemble that too. So, let's see, what does this disassemble into? Oh, nothing good. I can just sell both of those. This is the one that disassembles into the mithril, but I should have enough mithril for quite a bit of the stuff now, so I don't think that's really a huge deal. Let's disassemble this one that's just kind of the spare, and then we'll go from there, I guess. Let me equip the silver swallow as well, and then we can unequip the helmets, disassemble them, and then turn them into mithril helmets since I've got quite a bit. And we should be good there, I think. So yeah, it might be worth it to just stick the gold earring. Like, give her the sight scope so she has the extra accuracy, but it might be worth it to give her the gold earring so that she has extra HP, because the extra HP will probably come in handy for Sprig, more than any other character, honestly. So, I'm just going to leave the knee pad. I don't think it's... Well, no, actually, no, I can give you the magic ring since I gave Sprig something else. So, there we go. And that's all the helmets, so let's disassemble those. We'll make some mithril helmets, and then we'll make some mithril vests if we have enough fur. And actually, I think I can disassemble the iron vest into fur if I need more of it, so I think that should be fine. Let me just see. Iron vest, it disassembles into 2 fur. Yeah, so there we go. I've only got 1, to be fair, and I don't know if this... Yeah, this doesn't disassemble into fur, so... We might not be able to make all the mithril vests that we need for right now, but that's okay. We'll make as many of these things as we can, so... Alright. Make 3 mithril helmets. There we go. And we'll keep the screws for later. We won't need... Basically, the next helmet upgrade that we get is going to be the quote-unquote ultimate helmet upgrade, because there's actually only 2 more tiers of items that we can forge, 2 more tiers of items that we can forge over the course of the rest of the game. And I usually don't bother making prism helmets. They only give you marginally more defense than the second best one, and they cost a lot of materials and money to make, so I usually don't bother. But you can if you want. I'm just not really keen on it, so... we can make 2 mithril vests, and then we can make a 3rd one once I unequip the iron vest that we already have. So there we go. We'll just do that. Yeah, 1,200 gold. Not too bad in terms of the material cost for this stuff. So, and everybody's already got a silver weapon, so once we have these mithril vests, we'll be set in terms of our equipment for quite a while, actually. We can get some upgrades eventually, but we don't... Did I not disassemble these? I guess I didn't. Okay, well, I'll do that in a minute. Whoops. Oh, well. Oh, yeah. Mithril. Did I give you the mithril vest there? I'm going to probably call him Surge anyway, even though he's Lynx now. Harley can't stop me. Alright, but anyway. Okay, so we'll disassemble the iron vest to make some fur. We'll give you the mithril helmet. We'll give you the mithril vest in a minute. And we'll go from there. But once you do this, you should be pretty well set for a little while. Man, it's multiple bots in a row. That's no good. Let's see. So, Steel Swallow, let's disassemble that. Just, I mean, I don't really need anything from it, but I don't really need the money from it either. Well, I guess I could get the money from it, honestly. I'll just see how much it sells for in a minute. So, as for armor, though, we definitely want to assemble this so we have enough fur. I'll keep the iron mails for now because if I don't have anything spare to unequip the mithril vest when we get other party members later that I would like to get into my party, then we won't be able to get them the mithril vest. We'd have to make some more, so let's do that. Alright, disassemble these because we don't need these anymore. Get the extra screws. I guess the extra iron and fangs as well, but not really. That's not really anything I care about in particular. I don't think I'm going to need the knee pad anymore either, so I might just sell that and the silver earrings. But everything else I think is good. Let's see. Well, this only sells for 365, but it's probably worth more to me selling it than it is disassembling it, so... nope, good there. And then sell the knee pad. And both the silver earrings. Keep the stamina ring. So I'm basically just trying to cull down my inventory a little bit today in the process of doing all this as well. So, we already did that. We have another fur to make a mithril vest, and that's it. We're good. We are fully equipped. Well, we will be as soon as I give that to Harley, so there you go. Thank you for actually doing business with me. I didn't have high hopes, but I guess I have high hopes now. Higher hopes, anyway. Yeah, there we go. There's a mithril vest for us, so that's good. Should be good to go for now. I'm going to go turn on my AC, though, because I've waited a little bit longer. It's a little cooler today than it usually is, but still too hot for me to not have it on. So let me do that, and I'll be right back. Alright, we have air conditioning, or we will in a minute once it spins up. Okay, back to it. I think we should be good on elements. I'm just gonna bypass most people. I should probably go try and see if Lena recognizes me. That's not the plan, actually. I'm just trying to go see my girlfriend, but I don't imagine she's going to recognize me, honestly. But we'll see. Maybe she will. Maybe she won't. Just a passerby? Yeah. What do you mean? What benefit would I gain from lying to you about being Surge or not? Yeah, so even she won't recognize you. Well, because it's what's on the inside that counts? Anyway, yeah, she won't believe you, so. It's a long shot. I was gonna say a tall order. I guess it is a tall order, but it's also a long shot. That being said, let's go back home and see if Mom recognizes my soul is still in here. Hey, Mom. Well, actually... Yeah. I know it's hard to believe, but... Okay, let's start from the beginning, then. Fade to black explanation. I mean, that's literally what happened. I turned black element innate, so... Yeah, and then he destroyed reality, and I had to find my way back from a Van Gogh and M.C. Escher painting. This game is weird. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to come back to the fishing village, not with something like that happening. You think so? That was the night when Dad went out with us, right? I don't remember it, but... Oh. How so? Wow, well that's not good. And actually, if I remember from the world map, it's still called the Sea of Eden. I don't remember if it's called the Sea of Eden in this world or in the other world, though. Guess we'll find out. Oh. Hey, Chief. No. Well, yes, but not Lynx. Which question do you want answered first? Oh, God. Harley, please shut your mouth. You are not helping. Oh, my God. This, by the way, is one of the reasons why I'm not going to have Harley in the party. Because just like Kid, all she does is get me in trouble. So now we got to fight Chief Radius. And this time, he's not tutorialing around. But alright, if that's what you want there, old man, I'm not gonna hold back. Yeah, so you see how Sprig's HP is at 216 out of 200, so the gold earring that she's equipping will actually give her more HP than her maximum. I don't know how that works, but sure, why not? You know what you could do, actually, I didn't think about it. If you let Radius get off 4 turns, if I remember correctly, he'll cast... What does he cast on you? Inferno, I think? So you could set an Inferno trap if you want, but I don't really... I mean, we'll be able to get Inferno from somewhere else, so I'm not really worried about that, you know. Alright, there's that. I think he's also... Yeah, he's got a Silver Staff as well, because that's the same staff that Sprig's holding, so... we could use Lunar Energy, but I'm not really super concerned about that. Let's just turn yellow on Surge first. I'm still going to say Surge. I know he's Lynx, but I'm still going to say Surge. It's just ingrained in my brain. That way he can deal maximum damage. And then we can go with Sprig. I don't remember if she has any good yellow innate stuff right now, but you can't really get anything else that would be good for a little bit yet, so... No, well that's no good. Just go back to Lynx there. Actually, no, go back to Sprig and just use that level 1 poke. There we go. Long shot, huh? He's still got that, that sheathing the sword thing from when he was an Acacia Dragoon, I see. I should probably also have Harley give Lynx Eagle Eye, so let me do that first, actually, before I do anything else, so... Do just a little bit here. If we miss, that's fine, because I don't really need anything except a level 1, so there we go. And then we can do a 2-2-3, and then just, you know, have Sprig do something, and 2-2-3, and go from there. There's a Photon Beam. That'll probably hurt because it's on a black element innate character. Yeah, but it's fine. We should be good. 89%, huh? That's not 99. Well, he's almost done, so it doesn't really matter too much. Let's see. I guess I don't know if I need to Doppelgang, honestly. You can't, okay, there's the Inferno, so there you go. You can't actually have Sprig Doppelgang Radius. He's not considered a monster, so if you wanted to do that, sorry, you can't. That being said, she has enough to use Earthquake, and he's a green innate, so let's see how this works. Sorry, old man, I don't want to bury you, but if this is how it's going to be, then that's what we'll have to do. You still stand, though, so good job not killing him, everybody. And for doing that, we will get the 22nd star level. Definitely wanted to get the mini level before that, though, so thankfully we got that before we got out of the Temporal Vortex. If we didn't get it, we could go to other places like Cape Howell or Fossil Valley in order to, or even Lizard Rock in order to get the levels there, but, you know. Alright, more strength, that's what we like. I'm not even really all that concerned about everybody else's levels, but Sprig getting some extra strength and magic isn't bad either. Some good HP as well. We get a regular heal for doing that. So, do you believe me now? Well, yeah, I'm not trying to kill you, even though I'm using a bladed weapon, a double-bladed weapon. Listen, Chief, you've only ever seen any one person use a swallow ever since Dad left. Yes. General Viper, well, he was active in the other world. I don't know how he's doing now, but... Where'd he go? Oh, okay. Well, that's a possibility, yeah. I mean, at the very least, we can try to save Riddell. I don't know about the General. He got stabbed pretty good, but... That's what you think, Harley. Maybe he won't run his mouth quite as much as you will, because Radius has joined our party. He's very balanced as a character, which I guess is befitting of the fact that he was, you know, kind of your tutorial guy, so he wouldn't be, like, lopsided in any one direction. He's not as good as Harley if you give them both bonus levels, But I'm going to tag Harley out of the party because, again, ever since she got here, all she's done is get me into trouble and or fights. So, goodbye, Harley. So we'll have 2 green innates and 1 black innate in the party for a little bit, but that's fine. Yeah, as you can see, he starts with pretty balanced stats. He starts with good strength, res, magic. He only has 9 stamina, so he'll want to have the stamina ring. But other than that, yeah, no, he's pretty good. We'll hang on to him for a little while. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, we can probably gather some clues from Viper Manor. Hopefully the poor military is out of Fossil Valley now. Well, as long as you're sure, Chief. Well, I hope so. I'll do the best I can, Mom. It's all we can do. Okay, so we are burned at the moment, so let's fix that real quick. And then we'll go from there. So now the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take all of Harley's elements off of her because she doesn't need them anymore. Radius does. I just wish there was a way that you could like switch them from one party member to another, but as far as I'm aware, that option doesn't exist, so oh well. The other nice thing about Radius is that he has Surge's exact grid. They get the same grid at each level up point, so he basically, if you have what you need for Surge, you can also equip everything that you need for Radius. So I think that's kind of nice. It kind of gives him, yeah, so basically here you go. Here's exactly what I'm talking about because here's Surge's grid. We now have all this extra room that we can stick this stuff in. We'll leave this slot here blank for now. But yeah, Radius has this same exact grid, so now he can equip all of the Eagle Eyes, all of the turn colors, everything else, and I'm going to give him the Revive as well. So, whoops, that's the wrong way. Don't want Revive on anything other than level 1, because then you don't have to do much in order to get an ally back from being, you know, knocked over like that. So, what does he want here? His turn colors. Which turn colors do I want here? What's the next thing I'm going to fight? What even is the next boss? I don't even know. I could give him turn blues, actually. I could give him turn blues because of where we're going to be going shortly, actually. So I don't think we'll need 3, but, you know, they're there just for the hell of it. Then give him a heal all right here, and then that should be good. Now, level 2. 2 recover alls, 2 heal alls, and then another spell that I don't have access to just yet, but that's fine. So we'll leave that open for now. His techs, by the way, all focus on single target damage, so long shot, and I think the other one is quick draw. So he's pretty good against bosses, especially bosses that are yellow innate, because then he can use just single target attacks to deal some good damage at the end of his turn, as long as you don't use Diminish. If you use Diminish, then long shot and quick draw won't deal as much damage, but sometimes, especially in this mid-game section when there's a lot of like white innate bosses to fight, it's not a bad idea for you to use Diminish. It doesn't really help you use techs, but you can still get by with mostly just using physical attacks, and buffs and healing are not affected by Diminish, so that's helpful. Excuse me, level 3. Recover all and heal all are the main ones, but then we want an attacking move, so we'll just give him a Fire Pillar for now. Or I could give him an Aqua Ball, actually, since that was what he used to blast me before. Should probably give that to Surge as well. Level 4, we want another Recover all and heal all here. And then I can give him something else after that. Probably a Meteor Shower. Because that's still just like one of the best moves that we have for right now. So, level 5. Well, when we get Carnivore and Free Fall, I'd probably want to stick those on there for him. But for now, we don't have those. And then level 6. Yeah, we got nothing going on there for right now. So, that's fine. Okay, so that takes care of that. Radius is just about ready to go, but we also need to take off the stuff that we just forged for Harley. So we don't need the Silver Shot, but we do need that Mithril Vest back, and I'll take all of this stuff, thank you. She won't, she could probably keep the Magic Ring and be fine, but because Radius, I don't think he's going to need it all that badly. But the Mithril Vest, he'll, like, Mithril Helmet he'll like. The Silver Loop won't be bad for him, and then the Stamina Ring to get him to 10 Stamina Recovery. I think that's 10 Stamina Recovery for him now, right? Yes, yes it is. So he starts with 9, and then he ends up at 10 because of the ring. We will eventually get another item that gives him even more Stamina Recovery than just the ring, but we'll worry about that later. So do I want you to have the gold earring, or do I want you to have the magic ring? Because I'm not really worried about your HP, so I guess I'll just give you the magic ring. It's fine. And I guess that means that I could do something with the gold earring if I actually wanted to disassemble anything else from Mithril, but I don't, so worry about that later. Alright, Mom, I'm out of here. Actually, it might be better not to use turn blue because there's something else I can do with that, but before we do anything, we gotta go to Termina, so that's where we're gonna go. Is there anywhere else I want to go first, though, here? No, because really Termina is the main location that has any bearing on the plot after this, so... But we got to go through Fossil Valley before we get to Termina, so that's the plan. Let's see. Let's save real quick, and then we can go from there. And I'm trying to think... I think if I remember correctly, there are dodos in this version of Fossil Valley as well. I think I was talking about that before. And if they come in groups of 2 and you can get the whole field white innate, or rather the whole field white, then they'll cast Unicorn, which you can trap. But we don't have a level 7 slot just yet, so... What, am I intimidating? Well, I suppose that scared them off, so that will make it a little easier for us to get through here. And we can use this opportunity to try to get a mini level while we're at it, so. Though, I don't know if, me personally, I want to get the mini level just yet. Well, Sprig is solid, and I'll be using her for a little bit, but I don't know if she's going to be a main member of the cast. There's one other character that I'd like to get that's going to be a main member that's kind of going to take over the whole Lena Matcha situation. We've got Radius, but we don't have our other character that I'm going to use as our party of 3 for a while, so... Alright, sorry, Mama, but I can use this opportunity to get some fur from you and also some bonus stats, so... Well, that did nothing. I wonder if I could use this as a chance to have Sprig do the whole black hole thing. Okay, well, there's a whole bunch of them, so let's try it, shall we? Okay, well, we got attacked, but that's fine. I can just 1-2 and then doppelgang. So let's do that. I could just earthquake right now, but I'm trying to see if I can make it in such a way that I can trap my own spell. I don't know if it'll work that way, but I'm going to give it a shot. We don't need Black Hole. We have Feral Cats on Lynx if we need AoE Black NA damage, but hey, an extra AoE will never hurt, you know. It's only available to Black Innate characters, though, so if you aren't going to... Well, you have to use Lynx, so you don't have a choice there, but if you're not going to use them, then there you go. So, let's see. Take Mama down, I think, first. Or at least try to, anyway. She's pretty tanky. She hasn't even fallen over yet. Alright, so let's see what Total Chaos can do in terms of its stuff here. It's got good accuracy. Alright, in a second I'm just going to look at its element grid and see where Black Hole is in there. Let's see here. So, Free Fall. Oh, I can't actually see it from here. But I guess I could try trapping my own Free Falls as well, since it has access to Free Fall. That's interesting. Okay, Mama's almost done. She isn't attacking me yet, though, so... diminish. Okay, that's not what I want. Try that. Graviton. Okay, that's not what I want either. So, let's just attack the little guys. Let's see if we can build up. I don't remember where Black Hole is in here, but if I remember correctly, it's in here somewhere. So, let's just defend real quick. So Spray can get a little bit of stamina back, so I can build to level 8, and then I can find out. Oh yeah, I think we already saw this before this, but yeah, okay, there's black hole. So now I'm gonna try to trap my own black hole. I feel like this is not gonna work very well, but hey, worth a shot, right? I gotta read the little flavor text that happens up in the top left corner though once you press this so that you can see if element trap, player, blank, enemy, no. I don't know what that means. Let's try trapping my own spell. If it doesn't trap, then it just will kill the dingoes. That's fine. But I don't think it trapped. No, it definitely didn't trap. Okay. So you can't trap your own spells, unfortunately. There is a way... Well, okay, so you can't normally trap your own spells. I should say it that way. There is a way to trap your own spells, but not like that. That's not the correct way to do that. So... Well, we got some leather. I don't really need that. I need the fur. But yeah, that's not the correct way to do that. If you want to trap your own spells... Why are you pissed? I didn't take the egg in this world. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to try to avoid any more fighting. We'll come back for the items and stuff in a minute once I grab my other party member here coming up. So in order to get them, let's go straight to Shadow Forest. No, not there. We're going to go to Termina first. We will go to Shadow Forest in just a minute, because if I remember correctly, there is another party member we can grab there. But can't I just buy a few things first? I guess so. So what do we do? Well, I hate to break it to you, Sprig, but everybody does that. It's not saying you did it necessarily, but everybody does that. The fairies did that back in the thingamajigger there. Back in the Water Dragon Isle. It's just how things are. Nobody at the thing. We have closed our business operations. Visitors are welcome to stay for free. Hey. Rest up, why not? I don't think we need to. I think our star levels came back once we finished up the whole Fort Dragonia subplot thing. Well, it's not even a subplot, that's the main plot, but, you know. Once we finish that up. But anyway, let's go explore as much of Termina as they'll let me. I'm not even sure if they'll let me explore at all, honestly. Apparently they will, but not here. Right. Maybe? Okay. Alright, I'll go find this Commander Norris, then. Yeah, so this is what you needed to find out, is where Norris is. Because we need to get past here so that we can get access to a boat. It's not technically our boat, but hey, who's counting, right? So, yeah, we just need to go find this Norris guy. Oh. So do you have any idea where he went, or... sure. I don't think he's going to elucidate where General Viper went, so... A cannon? That's going to prevent the citizens of... They could... This cannon can't be pointed at them, man. I mean, maybe if you aim it straight up, I guess. Alright, well, let's see if there's anything new at the Element Shop in Homeworld. Okay, well, I'll try not to take all of it, then. I think she says they're low on stock, but she actually has some really good stuff, if I remember correctly, so... I'll buy an extra one of those. Yeah, so she's got whiteouts and blackouts, first of all, so that's pretty nice. We'll grab up to 15 of those, just so we have them. We can't currently buy Panaceas, so this is our best way of curing that stuff. And I don't even know if I want to buy Panaceas, because these are so much cheaper than Panaceas that I'm not sure if it's worth it, so... But she has Cure Pluses, Heal Alls if you need them, and then if I remember correctly... Yeah, so she's selling Magma Bursts now, along with Ice Blasts, and Arrow Blasters as well, so that's kind of nice, and Electro Bolts, so... You can buy a few Arrow Blasters while we're here, that wouldn't be too bad. So basically, if you need any level 4 or level 3 attacking spells, which are going to be the main attacking spells that I just have hanging around in my inventory, This would be the place to buy them. You could, you know, bother getting the level 5 and higher AoE spells, but most of those require you to trap them, and then you can really only get one at a time. So if you need a large chunk of them, which will have plenty of level 3 and 4 element slots to equip these, this would be the place to do it. I'll grab a few arrow blasters, why not? Just get up to 4 for now. I guess that's all I really care to get. I don't think I need too much more than that. I'll get a couple of extra ice blasts. Magma Bursts have already got 4, so I'm not worried about that. And we've got enough heal alls. You can't buy recover alls for now, though. Those are, I think, only available in Guldove and another world, and, well, we're not there, so that's not going to work. So that's why we went and got them while we had the chance, you know. Let's see. Anything else that I don't need here? Still need the Gravitons, Photon Beam, Electro Bolts, Upheaval. Those, I can get rid of this. It goes to the top every time! But I think that's just about it. I don't think there's anything else. That we got. Oh yeah, we got to strengthen and the whiteout. The weakens. Okay, that's all the stuff that I've got equipped underneath the whiteout. So we don't need this extra strengthen, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Alright. Let me sort my elements as well, since I'm not sure if they were sorted. There we go. Okay. As for the rest, I think if I remember correctly, there's more characters to recruit over here. No marketplace, though, but, well, there's a military boat down there that you can go and take a look at. Uh-huh. Okay, will do. I'll make sure that I hail you guys before I pull into port. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't get the same impression from this version of Termina. It's definitely not quite as lively. I wonder why. Well, you sound pretty similar to the kid in the other world. What, a military boat? I mean, if you learned from the poor army, you probably could, but... Does that house look different to anybody? I think it's only one story in this world, whereas in the other world it was multi-story, right? Huh. Maybe we'll go check that out in a minute. First, over here. You guys still smithing, or... I was gonna say, did the fire at your forge burn out? Oh. You're gonna go hunt for the rainbow? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, are you sure you don't want to bring her along? Yeah, well, keep telling yourself that. I got a feeling wherever General Viper went, Karsh went. So, does that mean there's no smithing? Yeah, we got bigger fish to fry, and this may have something to do with it. Oh, you don't even know who he is. Okay, fair enough. Actually, I think we have a rainbow shell that I could show you. No, not at all. A Master Smith joining the party? That sounds like a great idea. Okay. So yeah, on top of getting the Smith Spirit from Zappa, so now at any save point or on the world map, you can just use this and you can smith at any time. You don't have to go to a town to do it. It's not really a huge inconvenience to go to a town, but now you don't have to worry about it. If you're in the middle of a dungeon and you get items for it, you can say, okay, I'll just forge right now. But on top of that, Zappa also joins your party. I'm surprised it didn't have anything like Scottish to say in there, because that's his accent. So yeah. He's our Master Smith, and he also starts with a really powerful weapon, if I remember correctly. So I think it's... he's not the best in terms of his stats. He's probably his best stat is his HP and his strength, but the rest is kind of not great. But if I remember correctly, his hammer, because his hammer is an exclusive weapon to him, but the hammer that he uses is the equivalent of the next tier of weapon, if I remember correctly, because he only gets one upgrade to his hammer in the entire game. But, excuse me, I could be wrong about that. I will do that, especially if I find more rainbow shells for you. We're going to need a total of 10, so we've got our work cut out for us. Oh, and actually, I thought about that. I'm pretty sure you can see those materials in the equip screen, because they're underneath all of our accessories, right? Yeah, so you can see all the materials right here. So here's some of our other stuff that we've got. Here's the rainbow shell, the only one that we have at the moment, but there you go. Alright, well, we're on the recruitment train. Let's head back here, because there is still more to do when I eventually manage to reach this door. Yeah, this place looks a little more homey than it did previously. Oh, okay. I guess you could say that. I'm really friends with Van from the other world, but you don't need to know that. I don't even know if I'd say I'm Van's friends from the other world, but, you know. I mean, I figured I made enough noise opening the door. Sorry. Oh, I have control. Okay. Really? What kind of fee? He doesn't tell you what kind of fee. Sure, why not? So yeah, in this world, the roles have been reversed somewhat here. Go is the painter, and Van is the one that's weaseling his way up with get-rich-quick schemes. Oh. Well, that's not good. How will I be able to raise my son if I've been evicted? Oh, well, that's not cool. Wow. Well, hey, if he's going to be a tour guide, or you could do that. How do you even know what that is? Maybe he learned it from the people at the bar. Maybe they're talking about it in this world, too. No, we're pretty serious about this. Do I look like I'm joking? Listen, somebody's gotta. I mean, a lot of people will say that about me, especially considering the things I've done. I'm not really tempted. I'd just rather not keep it in. I'd just rather not let it fall into the wrong hands. I don't know if this ever pans out, honestly, but you say that, but I was going to say, do you want to go see what your life is like in the other world? I mean, you say that, but I don't know. They all, I mean, I'm not really looking at any of them, but, you know. I'm going to be the one to charge you guys interest. No, I just figured I'd let you do what you needed to do about your... Do you want to be the tour guide, or... That was what I figured you were bothering with. Well, good luck with that. He's going to have a hard time finding people that understand that, but... I feel like that was kind of, if I remember right, Van Gogh didn't sell a lot of his paintings in his life because he was like that too. He kind of just was like, well, no, I got to sell it to people that'll understand it. And it's like, I mean, he's obviously, after, you know, posthumously, his paintings have sold very well and he's become a bit of a legend in the painting world, but didn't really pan out during his life, unfortunately. I was going to say, you going to take the piggy bank with you? Just in case you come back and your father's on the streets? He homemade a paint color? Couldn't you just, I was going to say, sell that? I feel like that would sell pretty well. Maybe there's not really a market for new paint colors. Well, that's not a rainbow shell, so... And again, it is a keepsake of his mother's, so I don't know if I'd want to take it, even if it was a rainbow shell. This is one of those weird things, though, right? Because, like, Van's getting all of this expository dialogue right here, but the second that you leave this house, it will never come up again for the rest of the game unless you go visit him in the other world. And then that's the extent, that's the entirety of his character development, is just what you're seeing here, and then the limited dialogue that he has with his otherworld counterpart. It just feels like a lot of work. And I mean, it's fine, it's development, it's just... You're front-loading all of it. You're giving me all of it right now, and then he has nothing for the rest of the game. Like, save a little of that. Yeah. Well, he seems like a good kid. You still haven't been the tour guide, so... Yeah, we weren't bullshitting. That's actually what's happening here. No. I mean, by tangent, yeah, sure, why not? But we actually are looking for the frozen flame because I don't want actual links to get it. Now listen, that's not very nice. I'm glad at least you can see that. Especially with Radius, he never opens his eyes. See, there you go. Well, yeah, especially the ones that have more money than they know what to do with. You wouldn't know about that here, but someplace else, Yeah, because those, you know, you could get those finished and then sell them to somebody and they'll all appreciate it, maybe, eventually. I don't know if it's a toy. Those things hurt pretty good. Yeah, so Van and Mel, if you got Mel on the Save Kid route, they both use boomerangs as weapons. At this point, if you didn't save Kid, this is the first time you're being introduced to the fact that boomerangs are here as a weapon in the game. Although I think they might have shown up in the shops as well. They're kind of similar to rods, like the one that Guile had equipped, in that they, when you use their level 3 attack, it attacks all enemies. These ones are considered physical, though. So, like, the reason why Guile's level 3 attack was pretty good is because he has a pretty high magic stat. In this case, it inflicts physical damage. And Van's strength is... it's not really there. So... but, hey, if you want to use him, go for it. There is actually a good reason to use him, and I'll talk about it in just a second. Because we'll be able to see it once he joins our party. More party members for the recruitment train. I just pulled an HC Bailey. More party members. Because this game will now not stop throwing party members at you for quite a while, so there you go. But either way, there's Van. Yeah, he's alright, I guess. His stats leave a good chunk to be desired, although I think because he's a kid, he can equip child-exclusive equipment like the capes that you can get, so that'll give him some extra evasion. But his agility's pretty low, so his evasion isn't really that high either. But, yeah, you know. He's there, but I wouldn't use him. Unless... wait for me to get control again. There we go. Unless you're talking about his elements. Let's go look at his elements, because there's something interesting to be had here. The one and only redeeming quality of Van, unless you're just looking for somebody like I was in Neofeo, where they're directly inferior to the stats of a lot of other characters. Now, I think Van has a pretty decent grid. I think it's pretty similar to Surge's, so there you go. But doesn't really have anything interesting here. Jump throw, it's just a, you know, what you'd expect from a level 3. Where things are different is right here. Wet paint. So Van's level 5 tech is a field spell. There are spells later on in the game that are an element's color and field. That's the name of the spell. So like red field, yellow field, blue field, and what did I miss? Red field, blue field, yellow field, and green field. There are no white field and black field spells. However, Van's wet paint can cause white field or black field to happen. Basically what happens is he throws paint all over the field, but it's always, as far as I'm aware, the same 3 colors. So it will paint the field whatever color he throws. Now it's random what you'll get. So you basically, if you want, let's say, a white innate field, like a white field instead of just a mixed field, you got a 1 in 6 chance of it happening. But since this is the only way to get white field or black field without doing, like, let's say 3 turn whites or something like that, it might be a semi-okay way of getting white field later on in the game. I mean, honestly, I don't think that the turn spells plus a summon is that hard to do, so I don't feel like it's really something that you need to mess with, but you can if you want to. I'm not going to mess with it, but you can, like I said, if you want to. So, all right, but those are the 2 characters that we can recruit. I don't think the Greco of this world is available. I guess I could go look, but our main objective right now is to go to Viper Manor. So that's where we're going to go. See about this Norris guy. And then once we're done there, we can go to Shadow Forest, because we'll have something else we can do there, and then we can go from there. Keep saying there, maybe eventually we'll get here instead of there. I don't actually think I've ever checked who's in Greco's house in this world, though, so I guess I'll go take a look. Why not? Hello there. Oh, okay. That sounds familiar. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so that Getz character that she's talking about. I believe this is where you bring Greco to get his level 7 tech. Although, again, we don't have access to Greco right now. And it gets into the availability thing that I was talking about before. In terms of character availability, any of the characters that you recruited before Fort Dragonia will not be available for your party until you get to the 37th level up star. That is 15 whole level up stars between now and when you get the rest of your party back. So I hope there's a few characters on this side of the divide that you're okay with using. For now, they haven't been all that great. I mean, Radius is pretty good and he's basically just average, so... but hopefully you found a few that you can use. I mean, Sprig's not bad. I'd use Sprig for a little bit. I was actually planning on using Sprig as the main one here, but then I was like, no, actually, Radius has some pretty good lines of dialogue throughout the game. And he's probably one of the most developed characters outside of, like, Lena gets some good development. I guess Kid does as well, because Kid's kind of, like, the secondary protagonist, so... Excuse me, but Radius gets some decent development, so I wanted to kind of highlight him as a sort of alternative to Glenn. He doesn't get, like, a really powerful sword later like Glenn does, but, well, he's okay. He's not the best. He's not going to be as strong as Glenn probably is in the end game, but he'll do okay. He'll do okay for himself. Although, thinking about it, and I'll talk about it in a minute, the party from this game will probably look kind of familiar if you were here for a previous project of mine, but I'll talk about that once we find this Norris guy. I think there's a treasure to find in here that I wanted to grab as well. Let me look. Hang on. I can go here. There's more Mithril in Fossil Valley that we could have grabbed, but I'll talk about that later. So, yeah, I guess there's another Mithril helmet, but I guess I don't really care too much about that. Either way, we'll check that out in a minute. Well, this place has seen better days. This is one of the reasons why I like having Radius around, though, because he just has lines of dialogue for the first little bit of this section, and it just feels like... It's kind of like the old man that has the advice for anything that you come across, you know what I mean? So it feels like his inclusion is warranted. So, Dario died in both worlds, then. Wow. That sucks. Okay, so Lynx was here too. I just don't know if it's a different Lynx or not. Let's hope so. How are we going to get in, by the way? Oh, Harley's here as well. I didn't even see her. I assumed it was Sprig, but apparently not. So I guess having Harley here is not a bad idea either. Huh. Guess there's a few things going on here. Yeah, so Harley was not involved in whatever Lynx's plan was previously. So I guess he did something and didn't involve her for a little while. Huh, no way in there either. You guys have to go in through a well? You couldn't use, like, dynamite or something to blow up in the entrance? Well, anyway, yeah, the only way in is through the well, which takes us down into the sluice down below in the waterways. This, if you went through the Nikki route, this place might look a little familiar because this is the way back into Shadow Forest, if I remember correctly. Although I don't even know if we can go anywhere here for right now. We'll worry about that later. For now, let's go this way. Let's do let's do what we came here for first. So, thank you. So probably if you had gone down the Nikki route, you would have come up through that well instead of coming up through anywhere else. That's not available from here. Oh, okay, thanks. Keep that in mind. I was going to say, I think there's a way over to this chest. And it looks like I just need to go around to get to it. Yep, there we go. Another mithril helmet. Nothing particularly good, but it's there. That's not the way out. I don't even know if I'm going the right way this way, honestly. Guy said that there was a ladder, but it could be that I'm just going the wrong way. And the ladder's, Oop, hang on. Gotta wait for it to... Oh. Okay. Slide into place. So probably if you have other ones, if you had another barrel, you could push that into place as well. Let's go look. There might be one over here. Yeah, there it is. Although I don't think I can push that one into place because that guy's blocking the way. So since he's blocking the way, let's just head this way. But we'll keep that in mind for later because it might come in handy for something. So, thank you. Alright, let's hope I don't have to intimidate this guy because I don't think I'm used to being in Lynx's body yet. So something tells me that's not really going to work out too well. Alright, let's go see. I think if you try to unlock the cells, I think the soldiers tell you basically that you can't do that without Norris's permission, so we'll worry about that later. Yeah, about that, actually. I see that. Probably in wherever they went, so... Yeah, I'm not doing as much talking, I imagine, as last time. A retired Dragoon, but, you know. Yeah, so that was what Radius did previously, before he retired, I guess. I don't remember who took over for him. Probably Karsh, but I'm not sure, honestly. I think I'm just saying that because they're both green innate. Yeah, you know, would you be shocked to hear that I've been getting that a lot? Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that I would imagine it sounds pretty strange, especially to somebody who's not aware of the traditions and rituals around here. To be fair, I wasn't aware of the fact that there was apparently some weird draconian spell that can switch bodies with people, so... Yeah, we're kind of looking for General Viper as well, so if you know anything... Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. I do wonder which Sir Lynx this is, because there's a distinct possibility that this was the Lynx from the previous, or from the other world as well, so. And where did they go? Oh. I wonder what destroyed the manor like this. Because they went to the Dead Sea to try to find the frozen flame. But how did the manor itself get destroyed if they went there? And apparently there's no way in. Yeah, but he didn't want to change it for the better. It's another one of those reasons with Radius. I like how he just puts Harley in her place. Like, she doesn't know when to stop talking, so she just says things sometimes that would normally make people kind of irate, and Radius is just like, no, stop talking. You're not helping right now. True, actually, because if we know what the Lynx of this world was going to do, we might be able to figure out what the Lynx of the other world was going to do. If there's two Lynxes, I don't know. As far as I'm aware, well, there's two of everybody in each world except for Surge because he died, but, you know. Okay, but we might be able to find somebody who knows a little bit more about it. I mean, we can go around the whole archipelago, so. Okay. Yeah, I mean, with, 3 demi-humans available for the party, we might be able to do something about that. But we won't be going alone. Because Norris wants to join the party. And, I mean, we've already been on a recruiting spree since everything happened. So. Zimor Zimeliel. Oh, okay. Could you make up your mind? You just said I was Lynx. Okay, well, no, actually that tracks, because she said, yeah, the other one isn't Lynx, he's Surge, so I can't follow him anymore. But yeah, with Norris in the party, having enlisted, we can gain access to a boat that will allow us to go all the way around this version of the El Nido archipelago. So now that we have a boat, we are free as a bird. We don't have access to all the crazy shenanigans that we had access to in the other world just yet, because we can't get back there, but we do have a boat in both worlds now, so once we can get back there, things will be a lot easier for us. That being said, Norris, like I said, joined our party, and as it turns out, he is the second character that I want to have for our party. He's available early, so that's another good point in his favor. He'll get access to a bunch of mini-levels as a result of being available early. So it's going to be kind of a him and Radius show for a little while, so let's actually fix this real quick so that we can stick them in the order that I want them in. There we go. So yeah, that's going to be our party of 3 for the foreseeable future. Lynx, Radius, Norris. I'll probably bring Sprig in for a little bit because there will be certain monsters that I actually want Sprig to knock out. But other than that, I think this should be just about the party that I want. So there we go. I'm also going to give Sprig, I'm going to take the Earthquake off of Sprig, and I'm going to give her, and take all of her accessories off as well. I'm going to give her another Meteor Shower, because the next monster that I want her to kill, I actually want, oh, okay, they're just going to take us straight here. Okay, fair enough. There we go. We don't even have to worry about that part. Cool. Alright, but yeah, so we're going to take off, her accessories, which we can do like this. And, I guess I could have just pressed triangle, but I also want to take off the Mithril Vest, so we'll do that too. While I'm here, just do this. There we go. As for Norris himself, so he has a Ferris gun, which is not a Mithril gun. We'll worry about that in a little bit. But we'll give him the Mithril Vest, Mithril Helmet, give him a Sight Scope. But yeah, he uses guns as his weapon because he's from Poor, so of course he's going to use something a little bit more technologically sound than the rest of us. It's just a handgun, so it's not going to be anything super fancy, but the interesting thing about Norris is one of the elements that he can use, so let's take a look at it. It's going to sound a little familiar if you remember my little rant about Pop 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 from Fiona as well. If we go over to his text over here, He's got Spiral Ray, which is nothing particularly special. It's a physical attack, so there you go, single target. But his level 5 is the interesting one, Sun Shower. It hits all enemies for magical damage. Now, his magic isn't great to start with. As you saw there, even with the magic ring equipped, he only has 14 magic. But we can buff that out pretty good with some accessories. Well, one accessory in particular later on. And I might even give him the Dragoon's Honor to give him even more, honestly, because that'll give him the accuracy and a magic boost. I can just give Surge the, what did I give him, the Sight Scope just now? Whatever I gave him, I can give that to him. But the interesting thing about Sun Shower is that, like Pop, 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 it seems to inflict about 25% more damage than other attacks at this level for other characters. So it doesn't quite hit as hard as a level 7 tech, but it hits harder than level 5 techs that normally hit for this. It hits about as hard as a level 5 single target tech, and it still deals magical damage. So trying to get Norris to work with magic, it doesn't always work out too well, and he doesn't have the best grid either, but he'll hit pretty hard with that. It will kind of make up for the fact that his magic isn't the best, you know? So we'll try to have him do that. All right, let's go to Sprig and give her another Meteor Shower for this section here. And then we can give the Earthquake over to Norris instead. You can't actually buy Meteor Showers right now, by the way, so if you wanted any extras, I would have recommended getting them before you left the other world. So that's why I went and bought them while I could. So here you go. You can get the other revive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you already have enough room for the heal all and the recover all that I want here as well. So good. Let's see, or rather the heal all. I don't have a recover all at this level. I could give you turn blues. Yeah, I mean, I guess I might. Well, let me think about that. Actually, it might be better thinking about this to give you some turn reds. Now that I think about it, would probably be better for both of you because of where we can. Now that we will have access to the boat shortly, there's a lot of different places that we can go, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go exploring in a few different directions. I wouldn't go to the Isle of the Damned just yet, though, because it's going to be kind of similar to how it was in the other world, where you can't really get anywhere in there just now. But soon enough, we'll actually have access to some stuff that'll let us get in there a little bit easier. So, all right, so some heal alls, some recover alls, and then the other thing. The other spell that I want to equip at level 2 we'll gain access to, and at level 3 we'll gain access to when we get to Marble. So we'll worry about that once we get there. And Marble will probably be one of our last stops because that's where we'll find out what we can do in order to get into the Dead Sea. It's the first place you go out of a few in order to figure that part out. So there we go. Level 4, we want another recover all and heal all here. Do I have them in a different order? No, I don't. So why did I put them in a different order just now? My brain! Electro Bolt. Or do I do a Meteor Shower for you? No, Electro Bolt is fine. And then we'll do a recover all and heal all here as well. I guess I've got an extra heal all for somewhere. I don't know. Oh no, I think I know why. It's because I've got multiple spaces. I think that I'm not using them currently. So, I don't know. Whatever, doesn't matter. Earthquake can go here, so you have 2 powerful attacks for this section. So, and then once we get a free fall, I'll probably want to stick it here as well. So maybe I'll stick a free fall trap there. I guess we've got 5 there. Oh, I see. So you equip 5 traps at a time. Okay, that makes sense. So I'll worry about that later. And he has a level 6 tech as well, but I'm not really worried about that either for now. So okay, so that's that. Now the next thing is to get the boat. So let's do that. I don't think this is the boat. This is a different boat. Norris, where's your boat? I was gonna say my boat, but it's gonna be my boat in a second, but there it is. Okay, so let's head out on the boat. So yeah, now you have access to the military boat in Homeworld, and eventually, once we get back to another world, we'll have access to the other boat as well. We'll have access to the Cha boat, the sailboat, I guess. We'll call this the military boat, and we'll call the other one the sailboat. There you go. And with that, we have all the characters that I want to use for a little while as well. So now we can go pretty much anywhere that we want to go. We have the world is our oyster. The next place that we want to go is we want to try to go to Marble so we can figure out how to get into the Dead Sea. But we'll worry about that in a minute. Let me use the Smith Spirit real quick so Zappa can try to make a gun for... yeah, here we go, an Argent gun, so that Norris has access to a beta weapon. Okay, and we found something that we can actually use our money on, so that's also a good thing. You know, never hurts to have something to spend your money on. So, there you go. Alright, Argent gun for you. We'll disassemble the Ferris gun so that way we can use its materials for stuff. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's give you... take the Dragoon's Honor for you, and we'll give you the Sight Scope instead. Give you the Dragoon's Honor, because that'll give you just a little bit of extra magic power, so Sun Shower hits a little harder. Because you've already got 20 magic, you don't need the excess. Alright, there we go. And with that, I think I'm pretty well satisfied with everything that we got done today. So now, like I said, the world's our oyster. We've got places to be, people to see, we've got a mini level to go and get, and we will worry about all of that and where else we can explore here on Homeworld as we try to find our way into the Dead Sea on the next episode of Chrono Cross, the Stream Edition, which will be happening on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I'll also probably be going to a few places to try to grab some stuff for Sprig. There's actually a boss fight, an optional boss fight that you can do at any given time, although I'm going to probably go do it as soon as possible. And matter of fact, while I'm thinking about that before I end the episode, let's give Radius the turn reds, because those will come in handy where we're going. So, but yeah, we'll figure that all out on the next episode. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream, and I'll see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will most likely be on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And since today is Saturday, I'll also post the schedule up on Twitch, YouTube, and Discord shortly after I get the description done for this one. But I got homework to do tomorrow, so it's definitely not going to be a tomorrow thing. It'll, like I said, most likely be Monday that we will come back to this and continue. So until then, everybody, take care, and have a good one. You know, this kind of availability, some people who play Fire Emblem might call this a bit of a pitfall, me using early game characters and saying that they're going to be really good, but in this game, with the bonus levels being available, most likely they'll end up being really good, unless they get really stat screwed, which would be unfortunate, but I mean, it's not like the game's hard enough that I'm really concerned about that. We'll leave it to fate then, shall we? We'll see what fate has in store for Radius and Norris's stats.